Mic check. Hi, UMR. Welcome back. Still setting up. Give me a second. Oh, UMR, since you're here, I also wanted to say that... sorry, I'm distracted. 1 second. Hold on. I wanted to say from yesterday that, if you don't use your subscriber message, I won't know, when you subscribe, and I can't properly thank you. But thank you, UMR, for your support. Oh my god, UMR, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the 2 months. Wow, UMR, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support and, keeping my dream alive. So, thank you. Oh no, sleeping. My Switch went to sleep. Okay, all right. Okay, we're through. We just got through ads. So welcome back, everyone. I am a few minutes late again, so I apologize. I feel like ever since I got back from Japan, my streams have kind of been a little scuffed. A little more scuffed. I mean... It's not like it wasn't scuffed before, but now it's I feel really out of it, and it's a lot of kind of relearning, getting used to stuff again. Hi Steffi, welcome back. Yeah, it's I was late though, I remember, before when I first started, I would try to start sometime, whenever I could get on before 12, and then I tried to start close to 12, but I would always start 5 minutes before 12. But then that was weird, so I started, starting exactly at 12. But I think I got on at like 12:03 or something. So I think the last, before the trip, the last month or two, I was really on top of it. I was always sitting here, everything prepped, waiting at 12, and then I would like check my Twitter or whatever. But I know every day now I'm scrambling, so sorry guys about that. Let's see. I think my mic arm feels bent. One thing about this new mic is that it's solid. Like it's heavy compared to the other one. The other one's even bigger, but it's so light compared to this one. This one feels like a steel bar or something. The other one feels like like a hollow plastic. But I don't know if it's true, but I feel like my mic arm is bent. My mic arm is definitely very cheap. We'll have to see though. But hopefully it's okay. But it should be good enough for now. So today we're playing Suika Game. I don't know if any of you guys watch Niji Sanji, but Niji Sanji, they had their Suika Game tournament today. The finals. I think Safina won, so that was pretty. I didn't actually catch all of it, but kind of an upset a little bit. But she did really well. But Zali was kind of slated to win because he got a double Suika, so his score is up in the 6,000s, his high score. You guys can let me start this real quick. Oh, actually, did I? Oh yeah, Suika always has a little bit lag at the start. But you see, my high score is 3,000. But his high score is 6,000. I think he's the only one in Nijisanji EN who actually got a double Suika, which is quite a feat. I think there was one other person on JP, but they got knocked out pretty early, I think, which is kind of unfortunate. There is a lot of that's kind of the beauty of Suika Game, either if you enjoy it or not. But there's a lot of there's an RNG element, definitely. Definitely, technically, if you don't know what you're doing, but you somehow have the absolute perfect luck, you could literally not move anywhere and just spam one button, and you could probably get double Suika. If God lined up the RNGesus came and he lined up all the fruits for you, so that would work perfectly. It would probably happen. It's possible. But definitely some skill involved. Some strategy and tactics as well. But I haven't played since before the trip. I was kind of, let me just do like a casual round. I'm still not sure what I really kind of, I don't know what's my style. I'm not very far. I still kind of struggle to get Suikas. I haven't played this game that much. I've definitely watched I've watched a lot of people play it. That's why I really wanted to play it. But yeah, it's so when I went to Japan, I did pack the Switch to play it, but I don't think I had any time to play it. Like on the plane, I think my sister played it a little bit, and then I didn't want to bother her, so I don't remember what I did on the plane. On the plane ride there, I was like super excited for the trip, so I didn't even really look for anything to do. I was just happy the whole time. Happy doing nothing. Suika Game is would have been nice there because it also doesn't require Wi-Fi. I mean, it actually prompted me to do Wi-Fi at first. Oof. But it's definitely not necessary. I think it's just for comparing to the online scoreboards or something. Yeah. But I did not play it all on the plane. I know some of you remember that screenshot from my Twitter. I did try to play Project Sekai on the plane, but the Wi-Fi was too slow. So, that was during an event too, so I definitely didn't get my tiering in, I think. But, this game it's deceptively difficult. Yeah, but, because people play it so much and it's kind of like a viral meme VTuber game. That's why I enjoy it. I think that's half the fun. I don't know, because actually I think this game has actually been out for a long time, or something similar, but it never caught on until kind of went viral from everyone playing it. So it's a little different. But yeah, Suika Game, and at the start, remember, it was only available in Japan. Like, you had to have a Japanese Nintendo account. You couldn't buy it on a North American account. And even if you've made a Japanese account, you would have to use Japanese money or Japanese gift cards to be able to buy the game. But when they finally added it to American eShop, bought it immediately. No brainer. I think it was like $3 or something. So not expensive. Less than the price of a boba. I did not get boba today. I almost got boba today. I think my sister said, a coworker told her that a new boba shop opened up. It's one that we've been, the storefront has been, been up, grand opening soon for a long time. But, spring came, then summer came, then summer was over, and it was still, not open. But I guess they finally opened now, and I think coworker's opinion was not bad. It's pretty good. So we were gonna try it, but we got caught up with other stuff. Definitely, now I'm kind of settling. I think I posted about this last night too. I was I'm settling back into the normal life. I don't take pictures of all my food. But definitely, on my trip, I basically took a picture of everything I ate. I mean, some of it was new, some of it was not too new. I guess, I didn't take pictures of Konbini food because. Ooh, what? Oof. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, let's do. But today is Wednesday, so it's Whopper Wednesday. Normally I don't post my Impossible Whopper, and that's why I didn't post it either. I was like thinking, it's not that special. It's just Burger King in America. But that's what I had for dinner. I also had a leftover burrito. I know, I'm sorry. Well, on the day of the flight that I flew there, I actually posted my Impossible Whopper. Also, because we left on a Wednesday. So, that was also Whopper Wednesday, $3, Whopper or Impossible Whopper. And I actually brought that on the plane. So I actually snapped a picture on the plane. But no, today I forgot. I'm sorry. I am super inexperienced with Twitter. I've never really got into social media when I was younger. Well, when I was younger, Twitter didn't exist either. I'm old. But what was the first social media? I hated them so much. I don't hate them as much now. But definitely, Facebook. I think it was Facebook. That's what I hated. When it came out, I kind of refused to participate. And I think I suffered greatly for it. I think I was born in the wrong age. I feel like everyone was doing it then, and because I didn't do it, I lost out a lot of opportunities, and it kind of ruined my my experiences when I was younger. And I was like, I've held out for so long, I'm never gonna give in. But now I'm trying to be a VTuber, so it feels different. Using social media. I think before I forgot what I said. I don't know exactly, but there's something along the lines of Instagram is for pictures, YouTube is for videos, Twitter's for famous people to post what they think, and Facebook is just stupid or something like that. But I feel like because Facebook is not as specialized, I feel like it felt very predatory and very obviously predatory, on the surface level. Whereas, something like other things like, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Twitter's a little bit more obvious. It's a little bit, but now, they kind of make it seem less predatory whereas it probably is even more. But I do have a irrational hatred, or maybe not irrational. I do have a deep-seated hatred that is kind of rational for Facebook, because I do feel like it's the original social media, which kind of started off this whole generation where everything is messed up because of social media. But now now I'm a VTuber, so I'm posting. I'm trying to keep up on Twitter. I did think about after I came back from Japan, I was thinking about maybe posting less. And I definitely have started posting less. Oh my god, there's so many. I forgot what it's called. It's a pomegranate. So it's ka and then a ki. But I don't know if it's ka-ki or ka-ki. I don't know. I don't know which one, kaki or kaki. It's one or the other. So the other. Did I go over the Saksa Day? I did already go over a Saksa Day. When we got the vegan fruit sando. And I think it didn't happen the first day. But the second day, the lady there did correct us when we said mikan, and she said, "Oh, mikan." So so yeah, so we've definitely been saying it wrong all this time because we got the pitch accent wrong. But I think it's mikan, so it's high then low as opposed to low then high. A lot of them, that's kind of the American accent when you try to speak Japanese. You always like to do a peak in the middle. So you always start low and then go high. So it's always, Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke, watermelon. Well, 4 syllables, you like to go like 2 low and then 1 high. America or something. America. That one's different. Stuff like that. Shibuya, Harajuku, and then there's some. I'm sure you could probably write some rules on how American accent in pronouncing Japanese words is, but I'm not too interested in that. But we definitely got it wrong. So it's Mikan. I'll definitely will not forget that because she was, I mean, she wasn't super rude about it, but you know, it was a little bit pointed. So Mikan is the tangerine. I don't remember what kaki is. I think it's kaki. It's not kaki. Kaki. Kaki doesn't sound right. But you know, there's basically no way to know unless you hear from a real Japanese person or you happen to look up pitch accent, which they don't really cover in textbooks and stuff because they like, oh, the best way to learn is simply to, you know, listen to a Japanese person. There aren't any really rules. It's just whatever they decided to have it sound like, as opposed to, you know, like something like, you know, like Mandarin. They're always 4 tones. So, you know, a different tone means something different. But, you know, for Japanese, I heard that, you know, even among, you know, Japanese speakers, there's different dialects. So, you know, in different dialects, the pitch accent's different. But people just talk about the, you know, the capital accent, the one in Tokyo. This is really messy. And also, I'm taking a long time. So, you know, the tournament in the Nijisanji tournament, it was timed. So that definitely changes the game. So it's like high score in 10 minutes, and then it was like high score in 7 minutes. No. Let's see. Yeah, it was kind of it was a different game because, you know, some of the, I guess the, you know, the game normally is people going for oof. Oh, almost got launched. It's all fruit salad on the bottom though. But yeah, it's a different game if you're trying to go, you know, 7 minutes the highest score, as opposed to, you know, carefully placing each one to try to get a double Suika. It's a very different game. Mine's just all salad on the bottom. It's 4 pomegranates down. Is it not pomegranate? Is that what it's called? Pomegranate? Hi, Cherry Berry. Welcome back. Hello. I think, is it pomegranate? I'm confusing it now. Not pomegranate. It's persimmon. What am I saying? It's a persimmon. I only know it's kaki. Well, I don't even know if it's kaki or kaki. It's one or the other. Because there's only 2 syllables. But I do recommend, you know, for anyone interested in learning Japanese, you know, I'm still a very beginner, but you know, so this is very personal to me. It goes back to the days of Naruto, so you know I'm old. But back in the days of Naruto, I had a friend, or I don't know, this is just kind of my mindset. I had a friend who was, you would say, you know, pretty intelligent, but very American. So, you know, when we watched Naruto, they would always, we were talking about, you know, they would always read it as Naruto, you know, so this is, I'm sure this has been argued many times in the anime community, but, you know, Naruto is that might even be what they call Naruto in the English dub. But it bugs me so much because it's Naruto, and so, you know, this isn't, you know, with me and my friend, it's not even the same situation as it is now with anime fans. So this is before the English dub was even released, okay? So it's literally just you adding your own American accent to it, as opposed to, you know, you're literally watching the show, and, you know, they keep calling him Naruto, you know, and, you know, everyone calls him Naruto, but, you know, somehow because this person is so American, they cannot hear Naruto, they can only hear Naruto. And then, like I said, this is before the dubs, so it's not like you actually heard it. You hear Naruto, but he goes Naruto. So, you know, if you're interested in learning Japanese, I would probably, you know, definitely watch a video on pitch accent, even if your textbook doesn't decide to, or your teacher doesn't decide to cover it. I think it's the key to sounding more Japanese, you know, to sounding more, you know, intelligible. Is that the word? Oh, this is not good. Oh, no Suika this time. Well, actually, so we kind of have some of the pieces. If the nashi touch, that's a pineapple, but the pineapples won't touch, so we're kind of out of luck. Yeah, but I haven't. So this is all a tangent. So it's all about being on the plane. I didn't actually play this on the plane. My sister played a little bit. I'm trying to remember what I did on the plane. I think I was just so excited for the trip that oh, 2000. I was just so excited for the trip. I was just waku 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 in my seat the whole time. So you know, 12 hours went by really fast. I think I was listening to you know, they advertise Spotify. Let me check. This mic seems super. This is okay, I think. They advertise Spotify on the plane because I guess that works pretty well on you know, slow Wi-Fi. So you know, I don't normally use what's it called? I don't normally use Spotify. I guess once upon a time I did use Spotify, but not recently. Well, let's go back to the title. I hope they add a Christmas theme or something. They still have the pumpkin game theme, but would, you know, would kind of be interesting a little bit. Yeah, but I did remember I was listening to Spotify. I don't know if I don't think I fell asleep. I was just listening, and I don't remember what I did. I feel like I didn't do anything. I definitely wasn't studying Japanese. I definitely didn't play Project Sekai. Wait, what's Spotify Wrapped? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. I mean, hold on one second. Give me like 15 seconds. I'll be right back. Muted. All right, I'm back. What do you mean Spotify? Yeah, I don't use Spotify. I guess I do now. I have an account. So that's not actually true. I actually, I mean, I've gone through a lot of phases in my life. That's I guess because I'm old, but I'm still a child, so I've been through many phases. I don't know how to explain it. But I did use Spotify for a while, maybe 10 years ago or so. It shows your top 5 songs, music genre, artists you listen to in many minutes. You listen to what song you listen to. Oh, no, I had no idea about that. But no, I don't use Spotify, at least not recently. I don't think I've used it in probably 7 or 8 years. So yeah, it's a long time. But no, I don't use it. Sorry, I'm new, so now I guess I have it now. But no, I haven't used Spotify in a long time. So I had to make a new account. I guess, you know, how do I say it? It's kind of hard to talk about. But I guess the easiest way to explain it is that for a while, maybe that's why I say 7 years. I think 7, maybe 8 years. Maybe even more. Maybe I think about 7 years. For like a 7 years, about after, you know, so like a year ago and then like 7 years. I didn't really listen to too much music at all. I would almost always listen to silence. Ooh, that was pretty good. I think that's how I could explain it. Yeah, so for about 7 years, I didn't really listen to music. I would actually, what's that called? I was in a very meditative state. I was really into, you know, meditation and spirituality, kind of. So, you know, any free time I had, I would kind of be, you know, try to clear my mind as opposed to lose myself in music. But before that, I think there was a time that I was using Spotify. I would mostly listen to EDM kind of things. At least, I guess, I don't even know if they called it EDM back in the day. I would used to just listen to like trance and techno, sometimes drum and bass and stuff like that, or some pop songs that I like here and there. but mostly I think like trance, techno, kind of stuff like that, and then a couple songs that I like here and there. Yeah, but this is before it was called EDM. These days, you know, EDM people sometimes people assume EDM means dubstep, and I'm not really a fan of dubstep. So you know, there's some little differences, but you know, a lot of synthetic. Ooh, that's really close. Wait, 2 peaches. That's gonna be a pineapple if I could nudge this nashi over. Oh, there. Ooh. Nice. Okay, so which side do we want to do? Yeah, but for that time, I remember when Spotify first came out, I think you couldn't really choose songs unless, at least on the phone, like if you try to play it on a phone, you couldn't choose the songs all the time or something. They would just kind of give you like a random, like the radio. You know, radio back in the day for old people, they would just give you a random assortment of songs if you pick a genre or something. Thank you. But I do remember, what do I remember? Yeah, that's when I used to use Spotify, but I guess I haven't really listened to music too much in quite a few years. Ooh, that's good. Oh, apple. Oh, that apple. If that little cherry right there, if this cherry was gone, oh, those would be really clean board. Let's see. What can we do? I guess we could do this. Oh, that's interesting too. Yeah. Okay. But that's kind of what yeah. For that reason, I never really used Spotify. And then more recently, I would say about maybe 2 years ago, you know, kind of in the middle of COVID, then we were kind of watching a lot of anime. Or my sister was, so I was watching with her, and then we would, how do you say it? It was kind of, you know, reignited my weeb phase. So I would just look up, you know, anime, you know, opening songs on YouTube, and that's kind of what I've been using. So, you know, basically after that, then I kind of always just listen to music on YouTube. And I guess most of my music listening still right now happens on YouTube. But you know, definitely you can save a lot of, what's that called? Save a lot of data if you're, you know, on the go with using Spotify instead. Is there a bigger library on Spotify? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it has the exact same library. You can pretty much find anything on YouTube. So that's what I use now. Like, you know, right now when I listen to music, I always use YouTube. But that's also because I'm also, you know, at my computer, you know. You know, I'm not away from home. I'm not using my phone. I'm just, you know, stuck at home, which is kind of normal for me. You know, I'm kind of a hikikomori, which is why VTuber fits me so well. Hi Taki, welcome back. We're playing Suika Game today. Did you watch the Suika tournament? The Niji Sanji Suika tournament? I only caught some of it, but I'm in a Suika mood before we get to photos. I'm still planning to go back to photos today. I think we just finished day number 9. You just done watching part 2? Oh, I didn't expect, I thought Zali would, you know, sweep the whole tournament. But, you know, it was kind of unexpected. A lot of unexpected things happened. You know, the fact that Marin even made it to day 2 was kind of unexpected because she only streamed it twice. She streamed it less than me. But it just shows to go, you know, there's a lot of RNG involved in Suika, which is kind of why it's kind of interesting sometimes. You know, if it was a pure non-RNG game, people will be done with this game already. But because there's RNG involved, you know, there's a lot more replayability. Yeah, I've never seen Safina play it before, or I've never watched her outside of the tournament. But that's, you know, that's why I'm playing Suika Game today. That and what were we doing? Wait, Project Sakai servers are down. Oh, Project Sakai servers were down yesterday, right? Am I right? Yesterday or today? One of the days. Either way, there's no what's that called? There's no Project Sakai server. There's no current event running. So I was like, we should probably play Project Sekai tomorrow instead. Like the event starts tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific. 3.4k, that's... I mean, that's higher than me, but that's not like super high. You know, Zali's score is like 6.6k. So he has double Suika. And I mean, like, you know, like a lot of other people. There's, you know, one of the JP senpais, they also had double Suika, but they got knocked out the first round. And like, you know, a lot of other people like were, you know, like 3.6k, 3.5s and stuff like that. So it was pretty, yeah, Project Sekai, probably tomorrow, because I think that's when the event starts. I don't know if tonight's maintenance or if it's just the event hasn't started, but I'm pretty sure we cannot, there's not, you can't do any tiering tonight. Yeah. No tiering either way. Oop, oop, ah! That's such a mess here. It's like salad. Fruit salad. Yes. We don't have school? Nice. Yeah, day off is good. Get some rest or, you know, play some Project Sekai tiering. Okay, so anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so that's kind of why I didn't really use Spotify. And, you know, being on the plane, I was like, oh, you can't stream YouTube, you can't do anything. Then I loaded it. Pew. Phony Master? Ooh, nice. You know what? I feel like Phony is Master is 30, right? It's pretty hard for a 30. It's not the hardest. Wait, is it 29 or a 30? It's like a 29, right? I think it's one of the harder ones. It's like not super easy. Yes, it's one of the harder 29s though. Yeah, but yeah, Spotify, that's kind of why I haven't used it. And now I just use YouTube because I'm always in front of a computer. You know, if I got out more, maybe I would, you know, I would use Spotify. But right now I just use my YouTube playlist. It's like 99% Japanese songs. And the other 1% is like an English song by a VTuber or like a Japanese artist maybe. Yeah. Yeah, but I used it on the plane because, you know, the Wi-Fi was too slow for anything else. But, you know, I thought it was kind of nice. But, I mean, if I was really, what's that called? I guess I'm still not in like a music discovery mood. I kind of just want something that I know and am familiar with. Maybe because I'm getting old. It's hard to discover things. But, you know, definitely while I was on, what's that called? On the plane, it was definitely a nice experience, you know, kind of, you know, hearing new music and, you know, learning new songs and stuff. I wasn't even exploring new artists. I was just, what's that called? Hi, Tigers, welcome back. Non-Breath Oblige to be coming December 5th. Ooh, I hope that's a good one. I'm not really familiar with it. But, you know, so when I was on the plane, what was I? So first thing I was loading, you know, all the songs that I know the lyrics to. I was trying to brush up on my lyrics for, you know, potential karaoke, which I didn't actually get to in the story yet. What's this? In my Japan story yet. Hold on, what time is it? We're good on time. I think we end up going to karaoke on the 10th day. I think it's tonight's story. But it's finally what's that called? We finally get to the Project Sekai collab with Karaoke-kan. The final results. In my merch pick, I might have already put it there. But you know, if you guys have tuned into my Japan story stream, you know, it's always, oh, another Karaoke-kan. Yes, they were also out of the Project Sekai clear file. But we finally found one, so it was nice. I think we're pretty close to Suika this time. We're pretty close. Let's see. Pineapple. This will be pineapple. If we keep this clean, we'll be good, I think. But yes, I was reviewing karaoke songs. So I was kind of going over all the ones I knew first. So let's see. So what's that called? What's that called? I'm trying to focus because we're pretty close to Suika now. I don't want to lose. Okay, this is it. This is it, right? Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 2. Yay! Ooh, this is clean. This is pretty clean for me already. Suika! Sanrio collab with projects? No, I didn't. I haven't seen it. Wait. What is it for? Is it like online or what? No, this is not upcoming record. You know, I've gotten Suika plenty of times. You know, I guess we can try. We'll see how far we go. This is, we really have to keep the fruit salad down though. Yay! Yeah, but no, I haven't seen the Sanrio collab with Project Sekai yet. Is it, something accessible to global players? Or... No, yeah, I'll have to look it up later. But, you know, the Karaoke-kan one, you know, it's coming up in today's story. We'll definitely get to it tonight. I'm checking my times real quick. Okay. We got like 24 minutes of Suika, and then I'm gonna switch over to Japan stories, probably. Hopefully we can finish on this run. Maybe we can break 3K? Only on Japan server? Okay. Okay, so this is kind of messy on the bottom. I don't know what I should do. I almost feel like I should throw some salad on the left. And then at the same time, like, maybe I should not. Well, let's see what we get. Oh, here. This is good. Kind of good. Kind of. Oh, no. Oh, they were supposed to merge. No. It's just rough now. Oh, my God. Well, there goes the run. Come on. That's so close. Cards and stuff. Oh, well, if it's, you know, in-game, maybe it'll come to global eventually, which would be nice. But yes, I think today we're getting to Tokyo Station. Ooh, so clean. Ooh. I mean, they're all on the bottom now. This is kind of an issue. Oh. We kind of have to abandon. We have to just save the nashi, I think. Nothing else will work. Oh, no. Nashi. No. Why'd you come now? Oh, well. Okay. I guess we have to do this. I could put a grape there. Oh, it just keeps wanting building on the other side. I think we have to, otherwise it's too small. Okay, this might be a peach, I think. Nice. So much salad though, we're in trouble. Calibs can only be pulled on JP. Oh, that sucks. Well, I mean, you know, everything that's on JP eventually comes to global, so hopefully it might make its way here. Maybe one day. Yeah, I don't know either. We'll have to see. But okay. Oh, we're not gonna. This is not looking good now. There's a giant gaping hole there. Here, let's do this. Let's do this, which is kind of useless. Okay, this is a little compression. Very nice. That's a little messy. This is a nashi. Let's put the strawberry here for now. Okay, I'm trying to focus because we're getting, you know, when you get to the end of the... Oh, this will work. When you get to the end of this is where you really gotta focus. This is a little risky, but we'll do it for now. Now we're kind of gambling for a kaki because I don't think you can actually stack the tangerines any higher. Ooh, yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Okay, so this will be pineapple. It might launch something though, because there's not much space. Here we go, pineapple. Ooh. If we weigh it down, it might push it down. That might work. That might work. Let's see. Let's try here. Yeah, okay. Now we have a little bit more space. Maybe we can make something out of this. Okay, we need another grape there. That's what we need. I mean, we could draw... Oh, here's a grape to save the day. We put one here. I'm going to grape this like that. And then... this one. Oof. Here, so this explosion should push the apples together, I think. I hope it does. Ah, no! I was like, oh no, I just fit perfectly. Okay, we can wedge it slightly. No, I don't think it's I don't think it's enough. No high score. Getting pretty close to the top. Let's see. What can we do? This is just bad. There's no room for anything now. All right, Taki, thank you. I'm gonna stick it here. It's a bad idea, but we'll have to do it. No choice. I'm gonna throw this here. Okay, this is like, if the grape doesn't get launched, we'll be all right. Okay, we have Nashi. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, we're not gonna hit double Suika. Maybe we could get Suika Melon though. That's like the best I can hope for. Let's see. This is pretty good art. There's always a chance it's gonna mess us up with the... Yes, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! It's like, okay. We're gonna put the small one, then they give you the big one immediately. I knew it. And then we got salad over here. All salad. Oh, the Kaki's so far now. Yeah, see, if I knew, I would have put it there. This is like close to it, you know. Oh, that's it. Not bad, not bad. Oh, you know, wouldn't have won any tournaments or anything. All right, give me like 15 seconds. I gotta get something. Yeah, but I guess you know, so back to back to what I was talking about. Yay! I'm not sure if this is... I mean, it's the best one for today, but it's not super great. But as you can see from before, you know, I haven't played too much, and I haven't done like super well. So this is actually my 5th highest score, so not too bad. Oh, but I was saying earlier about you know, Spotify usage. So you know, I didn't really listen to music for many years. I was kind of spent a lot of effort meditating, so you know, any free time I would kind of enjoy the silence, and now sometimes I do too. You know, sometimes I don't feel like music. I feel like silence helps me think clearer. Music's when I want to lose myself in something, kind of just relax, but not always. Kind of depends on my mood too. So you know, definitely it was during COVID. I was watching a lot of animes, and you know, hearing those anime themes got me really hyped up, and that's kind of when I started listening to, you know, more Japanese music again. It's kind of been a while. You know, definitely when I was a little bit younger, kind of did it a little bit more, I would say. That's bad. Ah! So, yeah. So, like, recently, and then... I think, really, it was a lot... It was, I don't know how many years ago, like 2 years ago about, there was this period where, I guess this is not just about listening to music, this is about, you know, why I'm learning all these karaoke songs now. So, like 2 years ago, about maybe 3 now, I don't even know. But there was this period where I was kind of going to the doctor's office like twice a week, you know, for like almost a year. And then, so, you know, it was a long drive. So on the way there, I would kind of, you know, be in silence, and I would kind of be in a, kind of do some, you know, light meditation. And then on the way back, then, you know, I would kind of just let loose and, you know, sing some songs. So, you know, at the time, you know, if you guys know my my Nihongo heta. So it's my Japanese is real bad. It hasn't gotten much better, even though I've been studying. But because of that, I don't know the lyrics to Japanese songs, and you know, all the songs I'm listening to are Japanese. So I think at the time I chose to learn the lyrics to one song, and that was Gurenge by Lisa. From Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba season 1, the opening. So that was the first song that I kind of learned the lyrics to. And because it was too difficult to learn more songs, I basically sang that one song all the way back on the drive. So it's almost like 30 minutes, twice a week, for like a year. So that's kind of when I started what's that called, practicing singing more. I guess I haven't really done any singing in a long time. That's another sad story for another day. But on Spotify, I was kind of with Spotify on the plane, that's what I kind of did. I was reviewing all the lyrics of the songs that I kind of knew how to sing. So I think at this point I only know like 8 or 9 Japanese songs. Like I know the lyrics by heart, or kind of by heart. I guess after not singing it for a while, I actually forget. But definitely there's there's a Gurenge, there's Homura, also by Lisa. That was from the Mugen Train movie. I know the Namae o Yobuyo, the one from the Bungo Stray Dogs season 1 ending. Karaoke stream one day. I that's really, it has definitely been my plan to do that one day. Since the start, like literally since before I started my first stream. That's already under consideration. But there's a lot of things that go into it. Most notably that you can't really stream karaoke on Twitch, at least not legally, and absolutely not with a VOD. So it definitely something that you could do on YouTube, but not really something you can do regularly or successfully on Twitch unless you already had a built-in huge audience. And it would also have to be kind of a shady, under the table deal. So because of that, there's a lot of logistical issues. So otherwise, if I was already streaming on YouTube, I probably would have done it by now already. But definitely, yeah. Because of that, because of that, going to the doctors for like a year, twice a week, and I would literally only know the lyrics to one song, so I would have to sing the same song on repeat all the way back. I probably sung Gurenge close to like 400 times, maybe more, something like that. But then, after I stopped going, then I kind of practiced more singing in the shower. That's the limit of my singing. But yes, with the Spotify, I was going through the list. What else? What other songs do I know? What other songs? Oh, so I know what's that one? Yoru ni Kakeru, the one in Project Sekai. Originally by Ayase and Yoasobi. And I have actually done that on. I've actually done. I mentioned this, but it's kind of pointless because it's almost impossible to find. But I have a saved video on my Twitch channel of the 2 streams actually, where I try to full combo Yoru ni Kakeru while singing it. Yeah, and I did that on Twitch, and I also have a VOD saved, or it's a highlight. I have it saved somewhere, but it's kind of unlisted, so it's impossible to find. I was really hoping to, explore that more, but I never really got around to it. Definitely, the first time it was 60 attempts, so I sang Yoru ni Kakeru almost 60 times, not 60 times, because I did kind of quit every time I would fail the full combo. And that was before I could even full combo. That was before I've ever full comboed the level, a difficulty 25 song. But yes, I was hoping to do that again one day, but kind of got caught up in other things. But I also started learning what I learned. I know phony. So phony, I actually heard it before. What's that called? Before Project Sekai. You know, a lot of these songs in Project Sekai is the first time I've heard it. But Phony, I definitely heard a couple people do covers of it before, and so I kind of caught on there. And then Cinema, you know, Cinema I also learned the lyrics to. That's a more recent one. And that one's definitely from Project Sekai that, you know, that I kind of, you know, found out about it. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that, okay? I didn't even know that was happening. Cinema, there's a couple other songs I know. Oh, I know, what's that, the new one? The new Ado song, the Spy Family Season 3 or Season 2, the new opening. Kura Kura, I just learned the lyrics to that. I was just in the process of learning that right before we went to Japan, so I didn't really finish. I did try to sing it at karaoke, but I actually forgot the lyrics, so I just embarrassed myself. There's a couple other ones that I sang earlier on, but then I've kind of got tired of them. I know one was there's a couple Naruto openings, I think. Or at least one. The Diver by Nico Touches the Walls. That's one of the Shippuden openings. I forget which one. That one's not a real fun song to sing. It's kind of a you know, a very rock kind of song, so it's not really my style. Movie stuff, yeah. People don't realize that, you know, it's not, you know, like things that, you know, require, you know, a lot of walking are actually very tiring because you move a lot of stuff. Like it burns a lot of calories. A lot more than, you know, like pumping weights with your hands, with your arms. But I think that's it. That's all the songs I know. I think there's one more there's I think it's called Heroes by Brian the Sun. That's the My Hero Academia Season 1 ending. I really like that one. Of the few not Nico Touches the Wall, Brian the Sun songs I've heard, I really like them all. So, but you know, like I said, I don't really kind of like try to discover songs too often, or at least not then. I didn't do anything. Oh my god, that's so low. But yes, and then I also know the short version of the Project Sekai song. So I was kind of, you know, I've been in a really Project Sekai mood. Let me check our times. We got 7 minutes. I might move to stories pretty soon. I think this might be the last run. So I think we got in 4 today? 4 games? I don't know. How do I check the rankings? My score here. Today. Oh yeah, only this is our third game, the worst one. What's the other one? Kimi no Yoru o Kukure. I know the Project Sekai version, so you know it's much shorter. You don't have to learn as many lyrics. Because I was thinking of, you know, doing another singing while full combo challenge stream. You know, not today. Sometime in the future. You know, I was really hoping that's one of the reasons why I got this nicer microphone. I was hoping to, you know, maybe I could potentially, you know, do some singing related activities one day. You know, just for fun. I don't want to sound arrogant, but because it happens a lot. Sometimes I'm very overconfident in, you know, my things. Probably because I'm a man. I think I sound pretty good sometimes. But you know, my sister is definitely unimpressed. She definitely thinks I'm like the worst singer. She thinks I'm like a 1. So you know, maybe it's just, you know, maybe I'm just full of myself. But you know, maybe hope that's why I do have a nicer microphone. It's not a dynamic one. You like that as well? Yeah, I think I sound pretty good. But you know, I could just be, you know, an average overconfident guy. It's possible. But yeah, that's why I have this microphone. It's a AT2035, so it's a large diaphragm condenser microphone. It's good for vocals if you have a nice quiet recording environment, which I do not. But it's kind of, you know, I didn't really fine tune the mic yet, but you know, so, you know, I don't think any of you actually even noticed that it's a different microphone until I pointed it out. But when I was listening to the raw samples, it sounded way better than the other microphone. But I think now just using the same set of filters from OBS, I think it may sound a little pretty similar, like not too different. But for me, when I heard it on the, you know, the raw feed. It sounded so much better than my old microphone. But it doesn't seem anyone has noticed that I've actually switched microphones. I think I sound the same basically. So it was kind of a pricey thing. I guess the Wavelength software was nice. The Wavelength software was nice. But other than that, if I didn't really have an increase in quality, maybe it didn't matter too much. But hopefully, if I try to do some singing stuff, maybe it'll matter a little more. Did someone say Kimi no Yoru Kore? Yes. Yes. I do know the lyrics, and I can. Yeah, I'm hoping I'll do a singing challenge one day, but not today. But that's so karaoke stream. I think I would love to just sing just for fun, but that's the other issue with streaming on Twitch. Twitch, there is technically a singing category, but anything copyrighted songs, you cannot sing them because there's no copyright system in place. So it's basically no, and or hide it. Whereas on YouTube they have content IDs, so if you sing it, then they'll say, okay, your money goes to this guy, and half of it goes to YouTube. Stuff like that. So it's a little different. But I don't know if I guess for me the end game goal is to stream on YouTube. The reason why I started on Twitch was simply because it's 20 times, if not more than 20 times easier to get monetized on Twitch. It is, you need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube to even qualify. Not to mention something like 4,000 watch hours, which is if you stream, it's not a lot, but for normal videos, it is quite a bit. Okay, let me check our times. Oh, good time now. Okay, so what's that called? I have pre-rolls right now, or mid-rolls, so I'm gonna run them, take a quick break, and then I'm going to move on to stories, pictures and stories from my trip to Japan. So, thank you for watching if you're here for Suika Game, but after this, we're gonna get to, pictures and stories from Japan. Please look forward to it. We are on to day 10, so I'm near the end of the trip now. So day 9, I think we went to, where did we go to? We went to Asakusa and Tokyo Skytree, and then day 10, we're going to Tokyo Station. So it involves Pokemon Center DX as well as Pokemon Cafe, which we had reservations for. And we also did some Akihabara stuff, I think we did Akihabara shopping. Also, guys, please check out my Twitter. I did have a lot of photos from my trip there. You'll see the rest on stream, but I did post my merch photos there a couple days back. So all my Project Sekai merch is there. I didn't post all my other merch yet, which I don't have too much. It's like a little bit, not too much, but guys, please follow me on Twitter for updates and some content as well. But also, if you're new to the stream, please follow my channel. I do stream Suika Game, Project Sekai, Honkai Star Rail, and stuff like that. Punishing Grey Raven, but I guess it's been a while too. Okay, I'll be right back, everyone. So thank you, and we'll get to story time soon. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'm back, everyone. Thank you for waiting. I need to set up. This may take because I'm doing the what's that called? I have to switch to turn my monitor on stuff. This may take a little bit longer. Like maybe 3 minutes instead of 30 seconds. So please, thank you for your patience. But yes, no more Suika game for now. How do I do this? Sleep mode. Goodbye, capture card. Boop. Let me get my. I guess I don't need headphones anymore. Well, maybe. Let me plug my monitor in. Hold on. Power off. Doing some weird stuff. Plugged it in. Okay, you guys might hear some funny noises and the screen might shake a little. Hopefully things don't blow up though. Come on. Okay, hold on. It's still not working. Oh, there we are. Yay, we're back. I hope I'm still alive. I hope nothing blew up. It's always a little scary doing it live. Okay, let's see. Photos. Does anyone remember where we left off last night? I'm pretty sure it was day 9. So let me do a quick recap. Let me get some light background music, and I think we're ready. All right. So just I went to Japan a couple weeks back with it's a family trip, but it was just me and my sister. So we went for 12 days. The first day, we flew. We went to Kurasushi. We arrived in Ikebukuro. That's where we stayed. Day 2, we went to Harajuku as well as Shibuya. And then day 3, we had a day trip to Nikko. So a little more grass touchy. Then we went to Ashikaga Flower Park, which reminds me. Here, let me post it now. So I think my sister released a YouTube short on her channel today, involving about Ashikaga Flower Park. I don't know if she took it down. Let me check. It didn't. Let's see. Maybe it didn't. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's gone. I'm sorry. It's gone. Here, you guys. Let me post this one instead then. Oh, hold on. Let me plug my headphones. Sorry. Okay. Hold on. Let me hear this. Let me post this. Beep. Check out this video about Pikachu Sweets Cafe on my sister's channel from our trip to Japan! Exclamation mark. Beep. So you guys want to check that out, you can. So this actually happened on the 4th day, I think, somewhere around there. So let me go back to here. So day 3, we went to Nikko. Day 4, no, this is day 5. So day 4 was our last day in Tokyo for the start. We went to Shinjuku, and then we spent the rest of the time actually in Ikebukuro, which we didn't have time for until the end. Oh, this was the day with the most photos. There's the Shizuku keychain. I haven't opened it yet, actually. I've been so busy. I hope I didn't lose it. I didn't really, unwrap a lot of my merch. I did unwrap the Kohane plushie to take some pictures today. So we went to Ikebukuro, but it was pretty late, so the what's that called? The Pokemon store was closed, so we went back the next day. But we were already kind of leaving into Pokemon Center as well as some other things, and then we were trained to Osaka. So we kind of that was kind of the thing for the day. Here's Pikachu Sweets. We went to Pikachu Sweets at Sunshine City in Ikebukuro. A lot of cool stuff. The food was not great though. It was very cute, very fun, but the food itself was not tasty. Not tasty. So what's that called? So that day was mostly travel to Osaka. So we took bullet train. The first time we took a longer one. Oh, you also always show this one. We had some really nice Mount Fuji shots. So, we got lucky. We were on the right side of the train and we got the weather was clear. So apparently on my sister's other 2 trips to Japan, she did not see Mount Fuji because the weather was bad. But this time, we were just passing by on a train. And we got some views. You can see Porgo, from my sister's channel, photobombing. And then we had day 6. We were in Osaka. I think we were tired, so we had a lazy day in Osaka. Some light shopping. And then we went to Dotonbori and Shinsekai. Day 7, we went to Kyoto. So we went to the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. Went to Gion, a lot of street foods and some more, a little more traditional. Here's Miku. Here's Miku, a cutout of Miku at one of the stores. So I snapped a picture. And then Gion, and that was Kyoto. Day 8, we were leaving Osaka. So, we had some leftover things and, like a Pokemon Center, Nintendo Center. Then we eventually, got back to Tokyo. This time we're living in Akihabara. But we finally got some vegan Katsusando, world's largest Uniqlo, if you're into Uniqlo. Oh, here, we're getting to this part of the story pretty soon. So here's entering one of the other stores. One of the other karaoke-kan, not a store, karaoke-kan. So they have a collaboration with Project Sekai. So they have a couple of different things. So one thing they have is that there are only 3 locations in Japan which they have a decorated karaoke room with Project Sekai. So it's all blinding white with all the chibi characters on the walls. Those you need reservations, and they were basically all booked out except for like super late night times. So I was like, I want my sleep, so we never consider that. The other thing they have is that at certain stores, so there's a list of maybe like 15 stores, then they have decorations outside, like in the lobby area. So this is one of those stores. I don't think this is the one we checked, but this one was probably next to Ginza, or maybe this might be the Akihabara one. But basically, some of them then they would have these decorations in the front, like a cutout. Some of them had bigger ones, and you can kind of take pictures. That's about it. And the other one is that every single location is supposed to have a Project Sekai clear file, which you get if you sing there for at least an hour. But every single place we've been to has been out of it. So I've lost count of how many we've checked. We've probably checked close to a dozen at this point. We definitely checked every single city and place we've passed by for the Project Sekai clear file. Always sold out. We even checked the website again, and they said, sorry, we're out of stock, but we're going to restock in December, which, doesn't help me because I'm not going to be back until we're going to be gone, when December rolls around. Okay, and then yesterday we went over Asakusa. So Asakusa, we went to the, what's this thing called? Sensoji Temple, as well as the Kaminarimon Gate. And then we also went to Tokyo Skytree afterwards, as well as Tokyo Solamachi and Kirby Cafe. So, we had dinner at Kirby Cafe. That was, the food was also not that great. It was very cute though. But today we went to, so Pokemon Cafe. Okay, what are the other cafes we went to? We went to Rila Kuma Cafe. That one was no reservations, no wait. We went first thing in the morning. We went to the Totoro Cream Puff Factory. That one was a huge wait. No reservations, but a huge wait. It was kind of just a short cafe though, so that one was good. Rila Kuma Cafe was pretty good too. And then we went to, there's something else we went to, I feel like. I've forgotten. We went to Kirby Cafe. That one you needed reservations. If you guys remember, one time in the middle of my streams, I actually, I was like, hey guys, I have to take a 15-minute break in the middle of the stream because the reservation time came up when you're fighting for, your spot online. So it's hyper competitive because it's very limited and people do scalp the reservations online. But we managed to get one, and now it's day 10. So we actually managed to get also get reservations for Pokemon Center. Also equally competitive, maybe more, on a different level though. So, Pokemon Center or Pokemon Cafe reservations come every day, but it's for that day a month in advance. Whereas Kirby, they release the whole month reservations at once, also a month in advance, roughly. Yes, there was another stream where I was also trying to get Pokemon Center, Pokemon Cafe reservations. Yeah. But this is the one. So, so far we've been to, sorry, Tigress, I couldn't get any codes. I definitely asked them. They said, birthday only. But this is I think the 5th Pokemon Center we went to. Originally there were kind of 8 or 9 on the plan, but I think we didn't, we kind of started cutting out things from our trip because we were tired and we ran out of time. But we did manage to go to all 4 in Tokyo, as well as 1 in Osaka. So this is the last one in Tokyo we haven't gone to. So there's the original one in Shibuya, I think. There's a new one in, what's that place called? Skytree. And then there's the world's largest one, the Mega Tokyo one in Ikebukuro, Sunshine City. And this is the Pokemon Center DX. So I'm assuming it's deluxe. It's pretty nice. Unfollow? No, don't leave me, everyone. Please follow. Please follow Twitter too. Please follow my Twitter. Thank you. But this is Pokemon Center DX. So overall, it was pretty nice. But this is the only one with cafe in Tokyo. There is one in Osaka. I think my sister also had 2 friends who went to Japan separately. Also, kind of the same time we did. One kind of went right as we were, or they left right as we were arriving, and then the other one we actually met up with at the building with the Nintendo store in Osaka. We weren't planning it. We actually just ran into each other. Like, it's a small world, but it is not a small world. It was just fate. So this Pokemon Center, got some shots from the outside. Looks like they sorted the starters by elements. I do feel like this one was more decked out than a lot of the other centers. Though maybe the centerpiece wasn't as grand, because they always had like a huge legendary one. So this one they only had a Snorlax, which is cool. But the other ones, they had like a Rayquaza, coming out through the ceiling, or they had a Mewtwo in a lab tank and stuff like that. Or what's a new one? I always forget the other. I didn't really play Gen 9. There's Miraidon. They have one Miraidon busting out of the walls. And the red one, I don't remember the red one's name. Koraidon, I think. One of the other stores had that. And then at least those are the ones we went to. I don't remember the other one. I think that's it. But this one's pretty nice. So they have a good amount of plushies. But first off, so here on the left, is a line. So this is not the line to get into the Pokemon Center. This is the line for Standby Pokemon Cafe. Okay, so you need reservations. It's reservations only. But if someone falls through the reservations, then they give someone in line. So these sad people, sorry, I'm being a little mean, but these sad people in line, they were people who didn't get reservations or didn't think to need reservations, and they were just waiting there, hoping that they would be able to get in, which I think is kind of I wouldn't plan my trip around it. If I was living there, if you were living there, you probably should, have enough experience to get reservations. But maybe this is literally, the only time they're in Japan and in their life, and they're like, I really have to go to Pokemon Center. I really have to do it. So, but they could potentially wait the whole day and the line would not move at all. Because I don't think anyone would give up their, everyone would. I wouldn't miss my reservation unless I got hit by a bus or something, like hit by a truck. But yeah. Yes, Koraidon, definitely. I have pictures from the other stream. I don't remember which day it was, though. I think it was one of the Osaka days. But, today we're going in order. We're on day 10 right now. So there's this is the line for the people going to Pokemon Cafe. Here's a shot from the edge of Pokemon Cafe. So you see, these people they also look really sad, too. I keep saying that. I just feel bad for them. They're like glaring at us, because we had reservations. I was like, it's reservations only. What are you looking at? These sad people waiting in line. See this poor. But we were a little bit early, so we decided to check out the store a little bit. So I think so far from all the Pokemon centers, I'm not sure I bought anything. My sister definitely bought a couple things here and there, but eventually, so here they have this large circular area with plushies, so it was a lot more organized than the other places. So, here's starters. It's even more organized than the shot I got from the other location. And then here, I think it's this picture. This one right here. This one right here. I finally spied an Articuno down there. So, the other store, I think they only had Moltres. They didn't have anything else. But this one, there was an Articuno. So, Articuno is one of my favorite Pokemons from Gen 1. And it's, it's not like super, I guess it's pretty popular, but it's not like super popular like Charizard or like Mewtwo or Dragonite. It's still pretty popular, but to have a plush is kind of rare. So, this is the Pokemon Fit line. And I saw an Articuno and I grabbed it and I thought it was the last one, but it was just misplaced. There were more Articunos down the line somewhere. But I was dead set on getting that one. Before when I was young, they didn't have these things back then. I do remember we had a Beanie Baby that we got from like McDonald's or something, and we used to call it Articuno. I was like, if I could find it right now, I would get a picture and do the meme where this is we have Articuno at home. That's basically what it was. But it was like a blue bird. It was like a blue bird, some kind of blue bird. It was a Beanie Baby we got from McDonald's, and that was the Articuno we had when we were children. But now we have a real, one from Pokemon Center. But we didn't want to check out because we kind of had to go to the cafe pretty soon. One second. So I found the pile of Articunos somewhere, and then I stuck it all the way in the back. So I ended up buying the exact same Articuno that I found. Not a different one, but the same one I found right here. So it's this one in the picture. I'll get a picture of it out later. I totally forgot about it because I thought it was my sister's, but I guess it's technically mine. So yes, I got an Articuno plush. I think that might be the only thing I bought from Pokemon Cafe. I guess technically I thought it was my sister's, but I guess it's mine now. She's like, oh, I have no room. It's yours. I love Suicune. No correlation with Articuno, but I do love Suicune too. I mean, I guess I like blue and water and ice. It's kind of more of my spiritual element than say fire. I'm not a really fiery type person. I'm more calm and collected, and I like things that are cool as of things that burn fiery, hot, and passionate. So I do like Suicune too. Definitely Gen 2 Suicune was one of my favorites. Gen 3 was Regirock, so those are kind of boring. I definitely chose Suicune though. But after that, it was our reservation time for Pokemon Cafe. So here's a picture of the map. So when we went to Kirby Cafe, they were very kind of like strict on enforcing rules. They would kind of like explain the rules to you, and it felt very, very strict. Here, it did not feel strict, but everything felt so much more professional. So first of all, this is the kind of the dining area. I think we were seated right here, these two right here. So it was called the Lapras area, I think. I can't actually see the picture. It's a little blurry. Yes, this is the Lapras area. So they have Pikachu area, Jigglypuff area, Snorlax area, Eevee area, and Lapras area. So we got seated in the Lapras area. It's like, oh man, we wanted Pikachu or Jigglypuff or something, but Lapras is kind of but it was basically the best seats in the house, which we'll see pretty soon. So we got really lucky there, and it was just random. We didn't get to choose. So here's the wall at the front. So it's kind of along right here. So this is kind of the merch. So we kind of walk down here. There's some merch. At the Kirby Cafe we bought 2 spoons. I think we ended up buying a spoon and a longer spoon here too as well. But we got to our seats. So first off, here is at the end of the table is a Pikachu sitting there. So there's a Pikachu dining there. Yeah. I mean, everywhere sitting is kind of a gachapon. I guess you could pay off the waiter in America or something. I guess you could pay off a waiter in Japan too, maybe. But here, at the edge of this table, so right here, there's a Pikachu sitting. So, you know, I mentioned this at the Rilakkuma Cafe. Japan, like, they seem to really like putting like animals and plushies that kind of sit and dine with you, so that you don't feel lonely. At least that's what I've read. It's really cute though. So this Pikachu is sitting there. I think it's eating. What is it eating? It's like a Hamburg steak. It's like a Hamburg steak set. It also has a Gengar smoothie. We sat right there, right next to the Pikachu. So here, let me get to the end first. Let me skip. Don't look. Okay, the Pikachu is sitting here. We literally sat on these two, so we had like the best seats in the house. And I'll explain very soon. So we sat right here. Like, I was there, my sister was there. She got super, you know, ton of shots of the Pikachu. All right, let's go back. You didn't see the Gengar. You don't know who's showing up. So, you know, normally at Pikachu Cafe, if you guys have seen videos, most of the time it's always a Pikachu comes out, and, you know, a Pikachu in a costume, and then they dance around, and then, you know, they ask them stuff, and the Pikachu wiggles and stuff like that. So it's really cute. But, you know, Halloween just came by, and we heard that there might be a Gengar around. So I don't know if this is the first year they've done it, but, you know, it was definitely a Halloween thing with Gengar. And we're like, oh, Halloween's over now. You know, maybe Gengar's gone. And I was like, you know, for me, I was like, I wouldn't mind seeing Pikachu, but my sister really wanted to see the Gengar. She really likes Gengar as well. So here's some more shots. So this is kind of down the row. You see, I don't know these starters. Sorry, guys. I know I know these are the Gen 9 starters, I think. I don't know any of their names though. If I had, I can't guess it either. I don't want to guess it. Something grass, something fire, something water. But here, what would we say? So here's kind of where the food comes out of. They had some foliage, you know, Pokemon Cafe. But you see, this one is way more decked out than Kirby Cafe. You know, first off, they have a Pikachu sitting here, which is just so cute. But you see, you know, even the COVID dividers, they have Pikachu prints on them, and they have these statues that are literally in your face, right in front of you. So you're dining next to it, as opposed to Kirby. You know, there was a giant Wispy Woods in the middle, but that was it. You know, there were some tiny models on the top, which you couldn't even see behind the vines. Sprigatito and Fuecoco. Okay, yeah. What's the duck called? Sprigatito? Is this one Sprigatito? Or is that one Sprigatito? I'm assuming this one. Sprigatito, Fuecoco, maybe? I don't know. You know, I feel like what's that thing called? Quaxley. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, before we arrived, I definitely made my sister watch a video on Gen 9 Pokemon, so we kind of recognized them a little bit, but I definitely don't know all the names. I do think I was gonna say, you know, I did have Pokemon Sword. You know, I was really into Pokemon during Pokemon Go's release, as well as Gen 6 and 7 on the DS. But, you know, when Gen 8 came around, I kind of just lost interest. I think I was just too busy with other stuff. But another thing, I think now, you know, the Gen 9, they always have DLC now, so I don't know how hard it is to play catch-up with Pokemon. Like, you know, when I was catching up with Gen 6, you know, Pokemon X, you could just catch up easily. You could just play and, you know, be fine. But now you have to not just buy the game, you have to buy all the DLCs too. So I don't know how many there are, and I'm a little scared to even considering catching up with, you know, Gen 9 Pokemon. Though I would kind of enjoy it, I think. But, you know, the DLC almost feels like a barrier to not want to start. If that kind of makes sense. Sprigatito's Croco, yeah, Quaxley. So I don't know if you guys are playing Pokemon, but that's how I feel right now. It feels like there's too much DLC to try to catch up with. Not necessarily. It's optional. Are you sure it's optional though? Like, I don't know. I feel like DLC for most games it's almost like an expansion. Like, it's required. Like, I don't know how it is for Pokemon though, but you know, I did get Sword and I never really finished it. I didn't even, you know, I think I only got to like the third gym leader or something. It was just I don't know. I really enjoyed the Gen 6 and 7, but Pokemon Sword, maybe it's just because it's on the Switch and it was 3D, it felt different. Or maybe it was too much for me. Or maybe I was just busy with something else at the time. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll play Pokemon Gen 9 sometime. I don't know if Gen 10 is around the corner or anything. We'll have to see. But anyways, back to the cafe. So here's a longer shot of the kind of the dining room. So this is looking down the Lapras side. That means on the right is the Pikachu, on the back is the Jigglypuff. But we definitely had basically the best seats in the house. Okay, so go back to this thing here. You see here, so this is basically all blocked off. And, you know, the Gengar sometimes bounces here a little, but so, you know, here you kind of have to look backwards, as well as it's a very narrow walkway. But the other place the Gengar stops is right here. So we were literally, you know, the only other person who would get a good shot would be the Pikachu seats here. And you would kind of have to lean backwards if you sat on this side. But for us, we just looked to the side. So here, you see Gengar coming down the road. So it was Gengar. So my sister was really happy about that. And here, okay, so so you know, it's someone in a costume. We were debating whether it's one person or two person, because I feel like if it's one person, their feet have to be really far apart. Like you can see the feet are like really far apart. Like I don't think normal people can stand that far apart, or maybe there's some way, I don't know. Like they kind of have to be squatting or something, or like some kind of weird something inside. I don't know what's the deal, but it was a pretty big Gengar. I think it's bigger than a Pikachu would have been. But the funny thing is that, you know, for part of this, they walk forward, and for here, because they can't, then they kind of scoot. They kind of do a sidestep. They kind of like strafe. So from this part on, then they kind of, you know, take one step, you know, right with the right foot, and then they kind of scoot while facing the audience. Yes, Gengar. I remember that too. It's Gengar. So you see, everyone's super excited, taking pictures of it. I took way too many pictures, unnecessary. I even got bored halfway and stopped. But you know, the Gengar got closer, so this was the first place they stopped. It's kind of in between Lapras and Snorlax, or in between Lapras and Eevee area. So definitely, it sucks to be Jigglypuff, and it sucks to be Snorlax. Lapras, we got really lucky. Pikachu would have been really lucky. Eevee would have sucked unless you got the first table, basically. So we got really lucky. Best seats in the house. So this is not even the best seats yet. This is before it came closer. This is trying to pander to the Snorlax and the Eevee section. But I guess I got bored because this is not, you know, when it came closer to us. So I did take a picture of some of our food. You know, if you guys don't know, I'm vegetarian, so I had limited options. So we got a Gengar smoothie, we got a Pikachu parfait. So the Gengar smoothie, after seeing the Pikachu drink it here, I was like, oh, we have to get one. And after seeing Gengar here, then I was like, oh, we have to get one too. And then so we got a Gengar smoothie. It was kind of like a slushy. There's an LED cube glowing inside, so it looks like it's kind of the glowing eyes. The parfait is pretty good too, I think. So there's some Pocky, you know, some ice cream. Definitely everything here was pretty, you know, they were all sweets, but they tasted, and it tasted a lot better than the Kirby Cafe. That's all I can say. Oh, they also gave us these placemats. I think technically you can collect them, but I don't even know what this Pokemon is. I don't even know what my sister got either, but it was nothing we really liked. And then my sister got, here, let me move on me. She got the Pikachu pancake set or something. And also we both got a latte. So I got a cold latte with a Swablu. You know, Swablu is one of my favorite Pokemon recently. I don't like Alterias. I only like Swablus. You know, I was definitely searching for a Swablu the entire time. Wait, I can what? No, the coaster. It's a paper. It's like a paper placemat. So you can technically take it back home with you, but I don't think we considered it. You know, I definitely, a lot of people do that. You know, if it was like a Rowlet one, or a Swablu, or a Wigglytuff, or, you know, a Gengar, would have took it. But it was this, I didn't even know what it was, and we were too busy, so I definitely forgot it. Also, ordering the drinks and sweets, they also do pass out collectible coasters to you. I remember before, definitely watching videos before, the coasters they give you are, you know, randomized. Yeah, it's just paper. But they give you kind of like a cardboard coaster. Before, it would have a larger variety, but I think the new ones, they're really pushing Mousehold. I don't know what the Japanese name of Mousehold is, but it's the new Gen 9 Pokemon where it's like a bunch of mice together. So all the coasters we got were Mousehold. You know, there were different like varieties, I think. But it was a little disappointing. You know, it would have been nice if it was a huge variety, like, or something that we knew, because you know we're not really into Gen. You know, we don't really know Gen 9 that well. But it was all mouse hold. Coasters, they passed out later. You kind of had to roll a gachapon for it as well. A person with a tablet came by and you would roll and they were like, oh, you got this one. But anyways, latte, I got a cold latte or something. There was a Swablu print on it. So you can choose any Pokemon. So that was really cool. So, you know, you kind of choose your favorites. Excuse me. So I got a Swablu. Swablu's one of my favorite. I think the Japanese is Chiruto. And then my sister got Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is also, you know, my sister's Gen 1 favorite. So Wigglytuff is Pukurin, I think. And I know Pikachu in Japanese is also Pikachu. But yes, this is a hot latte. So, oh, I forgot. You know, yesterday I did mention, if you were here for Kirby Cafe pictures, when the Kirby Cafe came up, you know, we actually ordered a Kirby latte, but their machine was broken, and they didn't tell us till a long time. They kept us waiting for a really long time. And I think in a lot of countries too, I think it's rude to wave down a waiter, but we were kind of like, you know, giving them hard eye contact, but no one came to us for the longest time. So that's why the Kirby Chiruto, yes, Chiruto. But then what's that called? Yeah, so the Kirby Cafe was definitely not as nice. The Pokemon one was so much nicer. The decor, the food, the options, everything, the show, it was so much better. It was just so much better. But Chiruto is, you know, one of my favorites, and we basically only ate desserts because we couldn't eat any of the meat options. You know, there were no vegetarian options. I guess that was kind of the benefit of Kirby Cafe. They had some, quote, vegetable options, but, you know, 2 of them were removed from the menu when we got there, so it was a little disappointing. Also, you know, they had more silverware here, some really cute ones. We did end up buying at least, I think, 1 big Pikachu spoon, or 1 big Gengar spoon, and then 1 Pikachu, like a long, skinny spoon. And then, okay, so after that, so I said, this is not the close Gengar. Gengar actually moved up to like right here. So it was like literally in front of my face. So, you know, I had to, I did cut some pictures. But here, it's like super close up. I didn't actually delete them or anything. So you see a whole bunch of them. So, you know, sometimes turn to this side of the audience, and then it would turn time to that side of the audience. And then it would bounce left and right on one leg. And then eventually, I think they also did, I don't think I caught a shot, but they turned off the lights in the room so that you would see the glowing Gengar eyes more. So it was very cool. Here's it kind of squatting, and then it kind of pops up a little bit. So it was really nice. My sister was also very happy with the Gengar. Yeah. So yeah, after that, then, you know, and then it comes the exit. So the exit, it doesn't turn around and move. It kind of sidesteps here. It like takes 1 tiny step and then sidesteps and sidesteps, and then that was it. Bye bye, Gengar. Okay. So yeah, it's I don't know if I have a better shot of. Here's the food now. So, you know, we were kind of you know, preoccupied with the show, so we didn't. I have some better shots of the food. Here's Pukurin, hot latte, and then we have the Chiruto cold latte. Can I see my sister's placement? I don't even know what it was, but we definitely didn't keep it. I definitely know some people will keep it. If it was your favorite Pokemon, I might have. If it was like a Rowlet. Here's a Pikachu parfait. I remember I pulled the thing off. Yes, I pulled the Pikachu off, or I ate the Pikachu cracker, and there's a Pokeball underneath. So it's like so much detail. It was really nice. And then it tasted really good too. I think a lot of the parfaits in Japan, they're all pretty good. The Kirby Cafe one was really disappointing already because it was so frozen. It was basically inedible. Maybe on a hot summer day it would have been nice, but it was so hard to get through. Here's my sister's Pikachu pancake. I don't know if I had any, but it definitely has a nice, cute Pikachu on it. I think overall everything was pretty good though. We're happy with the show, the decor, everything was really nice. Gengar smoothie, it was also very cool. You know, we definitely got suckered into buying it because Gengar showed up. Gengar, yeah. Yeah, my sister was like she was way happier with having Gengar. She was like, I really hope Gengar is there, not Pikachu. Also, a weird fact, you know, even back in the day, me and my sister kind of liked Raichu more than Pikachu. You know, Raichu was one of our favorites as well. Pikachu's cute because it's a mascot, but you know, it gets a lot of screen time in the anime. But here was a chair you could take pictures with. I don't actually think we took a picture with it. We're just too busy. So I snapped one there. Here's another nice thing. I think my sister's Wigglytuff disintegrated pretty quickly because you don't drink with a straw. You kind of sip at it. But my Chidatu my Swablu basically lasted the entire thing all the way to the bottom. So it was really cute. And it's nice that you could choose exactly what you wanted. So you can see we stayed quite long. I think everyone cleared out before the next round already. And that was it. So it was a great experience. Definitely better than Kirby Cafe by a lot. So yep, that was Pokemon Cafe. I don't think I took a picture of the sad people in line again, but they were definitely still people out there. I'm not sure any of them got in. Here's some more shots outside. Here's the new starters. Here's the new legendaries, Miraidon, Koraidon. And here are some that I absolutely do not recognize. So I'm assuming they're all the Gen 9 new ones. That one's huge. I know that one, the Palmy, which is, you know, Pamo in Japanese. So this was Tokyo Station. So kind of on the east side of Tokyo. I think north of Akihabara, south of... Is it north? It might be south of Akihabara. I think it's south of Akihabara. But, you know, because of this, you know, the night before Is it the night before? No, the day before. The day before, 2 days ago, we went to... What's that called? You know, Ginza when we arrived, but it was really late, so you know it was at closing time for the Uniqlo. We didn't really get enough time there, so you know my sister really wanted to go back, so we decided to go back to Ginza again. Since it was kind of on the way to Tokyo, some other Tokyo station that we're going to. We were gonna go to Tokyo Character Street. So here's Ginza. Today when we arrived, you know there were no more cars. They blocked it off just for pedestrians, which was nice. Then we went to, you know, I've been talking and I was pointing out every time I see it. It's a GU. So GU is a kind of like a branch of Uniqlo. If I had to compare it, I would say it's like the Old Navy of Uniqlo. If Uniqlo was Gap, but I would say it's much nicer than Old Navy. Maybe the quality is not up there, but it's definitely the fashion is different. I feel like Old Navy is really targeted towards like younger kids, maybe families with younger kids as well. But I remember, you know, when I got to high school, I was already too cool for Old Navy. But we went to GU. The first time we went to, I've been to one. We did buy some things, definitely a little bit cheaper than Uniqlo. But after that, we also went back to Uniqlo. So let's see, hold on, I'm skipping ahead. We went back to Uniqlo. I guess I don't have any pictures. I think we were looking for something. I don't actually know. I think we checked out. We bought something. But, you know, we had more time to browse because, yes, the other day was just at closing, so we didn't really have time. And then we also went to a Seria. You know, Seria, my new favorite 100 yen shop. You know, no more Daiso. It's all about Seria. The whale is called Setitan. Setitan. Wait, is it bigger than a Whalelord or not? 14 feet. I don't know if it's bigger than a Whalelord though. So, okay, so here's the important story. So, you know, I said earlier, we've been to so many projects at Kai. What's that called? We went to so many different karaoke cons looking for clear files. I was like, oh, I'm tired. It's never gonna happen. Let's just let it go. But my sister was like, okay, we found another one. Let's try it. And so we went in and asked. And so this is in Ginza. So Ginza is a high-end shopping district. So, you know, not for otakus, not for weebs. You know, for people, you know, who, you know, buy like Gucci and Coach and stuff like that. So that's what Ginza is known for. You know, high-end luxury shopping. And this is the karaoke in Ginza. So we went in there, and you know, my sister asked, "Oh, do you have the clear file, and the guy was just like, yes. And we're like, what? So I don't know. We've lost track of how many karaoke cons we walked into. And they didn't have any, but this one had it. So we had to go. So, our theory was because, people, Ginza is, for high-end shopping. So they're not, your average otaku or your weeb, who's interested in, video games and stuff like that. So this was, the one where, maybe some rich ojo-sama, decked out in, bling and, fine fur and stuff would go to sing karaoke or something like that. But because of that, they had, I don't know if they just restocked, which I don't think so, because they said it's supposed to restock in December. But they had it, so we had to sing. So we didn't really know how it worked, but I think you had to buy a drink. I got a melon soda, which I do not have a picture of, and my sister got like a coffee or something, which I also do not have a picture of. But here on the table, you can see the clear file. Hold on, I don't want to jump ahead. We're gonna lose our spot. But yes, so we sang karaoke for an hour. We got a clear file. Yes. So I definitely posted pictures of this on my Twitter. The post with all the, what's that called? All the Project Sekai merch. One of them is just the clear file from here. So it has these, it's kind of original art. So that was really nice. They're all chibi too, so it's really cute. Whale Lord height is still largest, but he's not the heaviest whale. Okay. It's like a balloon. But, they're chibi characters. It was free. I was so happy to get it. It's original art too. I did say that, a lot of the merch we saw at anime stores for Project Sekai, there was a ton, but they were almost always not original art, but they were game art. They would always use the art from the gachas and stuff and put it on products. There's a lot of it. So it was almost like playing gacha another time in real life for the exact same gacha that you would get in game. But this was original art, so I really enjoyed it, and it was free. So karaoke, this is, it's kind of it's a little bit sore subject, so I don't want to go talk about it too much. But this is technically the first time I've sang karaoke in well over a decade. There's a sad story behind it. I'll save it for another day. I don't want to, air too much dirty laundry. But let's say, so the karaoke, this is the first time I've sung in 15 years. I'm definitely, I practice singing in the shower almost daily now. Not today, because I fell asleep. I didn't even shower yet. I have to remember to shower after. But I forgot what I sang. I'm pretty sure I sang Yoru ni Kakeru, because I was kind of fumbling with the tablet, because you have to, I can't read the Japanese, and when you switch to English mode, it only searches for English songs. So I'm someone who can't read Japanese trying to sing Japanese songs. So I think I definitely sang Yoru ni Kakeru. I definitely sang Kura Kura, the new, the new song by Ado. I also sang Gurenge, of course, and then what's the other one? Bungo Stray Dogs season 1 ending, the Namae o Yobuyo, and then also Cinema, by Ayase from Project. I said I had to do at least one Project Sekai song, but we alternated songs. Let's just say that I had absolutely no idea what to do. I kind of choked like Kohane, and I also kind of got sabotaged like Kohane as well. One of the mics ran out of batteries, so it was basically like the VBS story where Kohane's mic cuts out on her first performance. That's me. So it's very relatable, but I tried to sing through it. My sister probably thinks, oh, this guy's so horrible. What he thinks he can be a VTuber, and then but yes, I did sing a couple songs. I also didn't really know how to adjust the pitch things, so I think I sang most of the things like roughly a full octave lower than I normally would have. Normally for these three songs, for all these songs that I've chose, I mean, other than the Cinema I had to sing at pitch because you have to, otherwise it's insanely high. And also the Luck Life one also. But Gurenge, normally I can sing, I think it's like Gurenge is pretty hard. I think it's like 4. I've tested it once, but you know, I normally sing in the shower, so I don't have any backing music or anything. It's just kind of in my head. But I've tested it before. I think it's roughly 4 notes. I don't know what you call it. Notes below the actual pitch. Yori ni kakeru, I can actually sing at pitch. The female pitch. And Kura Kura, I think I'm down one, but I completely forgot the lyrics for that one, so I really choked on that one. But I was really messed up, so I definitely sang very poorly. I'm pretty sure I sang all the girl ones at least like a full octave below, as opposed to something closer to normally what I would be singing at. But you know, I definitely didn't do well, but I guess it was just my sister who would judge me. That's it. So, but we got our clear file, which is what we came for. So I was really happy with that. You know, after searching, you know, over 10 days, definitely over 10 locations, we finally found a location with it, and it was Ginza. You know, the last place you would expect, and that's probably exactly why they had it in stock. Maybe it was a bigger one, but also because, you know, Ginza is, you know, not where your anime fans are gonna go. It's where your Ojo-sama is gonna go for some fancy luxury shopping, and you know, that kind of tourist as well. But yes, I was really happy with that. So, but you know, we after going to Ginza, I think we went to Tokyo Station we were gonna eat dinner there as well as visit the Tokyo Character Street. So it's kind of like an underground shopping area. But for dinner, we went to Two Foods. So Two Foods has 2 locations. One was actually in Shibuya. We were planning to go to that one, but you know, we definitely cut a lot of things out of our schedule because we ran out of time and we were tired. So we made up to go to this Two Foods. This one is much smaller though. The other one is way bigger. But you know, Two Foods is a vegan restaurant, and I guess the thing that we were after is vegan omurice. They also have this triple 3-colored dipping sauces with vegan nuggets, which is very popular on Instagram for some reason. But you know, I was there for the what's that called? For the omurice, because you know, I'm slightly allergic to eggs. And most omurice comes with some kind of meat in the fried rice. But you know, having a vegan option here is super safe for me, so I was very happy to try it. But you know, it was a really small place. And the dish itself was, I don't know, you know, I've never had real omurice, so I can't compare. But we have tried to make some version of omurice at home, vegan too. And the one at home is way better. I'll just say it that way. So it was a little disappointing. First off, they didn't you know, like properly wrap it or anything, so it wasn't kind of like omelet. It was kind of just like rice with eggs on top. I mean, it is vegan, so I can understand that, but you know, I've done vegan omurice at home, and it's very photogenic. You know, I've definitely drawn Pikachus and cats and stuff like that on it, ninja cats as well on it, and it's actual omelet, so you know, fully enclosed. But it was nice to have an option. So I think we ordered 2 omurices and a curry and a nuggets because we were pretty hungry. You know, Pikachu, we didn't really eat anything. It was just desserts. You know, in fact, I'm getting very hungry right now, but I'm watching my times, seeing how things are going. We'll see. Let me grab a protein shake after this break, I think. We have 8 minutes until pre-rolls, so let me continue on. I am kind of hoping to finish all my stories today, so I don't drag it out any longer. But it was okay. So this is a demi-glaze sauce one, and this was kind of just with ketchup. They were very okay. The nugget sauces, I think the black pepper sauce, the pink one, was really nice. It was also just okay. The curry, I think I made the mistake. I think it's half Indian curry or like butter chicken, and half like more Japanese like curry with brown rice in the middle. So it wasn't quite as tasty as I would have hoped. You know, we were really holding out for. Initially, we were holding out for Koko Ichibanya to have the vegan curry, but again, by the time we got there, to Japan, they didn't carry it anymore. So after that, then it was okay. It was nice to have an option. So I'm glad we went. I was talking to my sister earlier today. I was like, was there anything that any iconic Japanese food that you kind of feel sad about having missed out or not tried? in Japan, and she said nothing. And I think almost every super common thing, that you would want to try in Japan, I think we did try most of them. There might have been a couple that we missed because we ran out of time or we weren't able to find a vegan version, but we did try a lot of them. Definitely, nothing on the top of my head that I can remember. I mean, my sister did say that she wanted Japanese donuts. I was like, I didn't know that's a thing. That Japanese people ate that many donuts, but apparently there are quite a few donut shops in Japan. But we definitely didn't have any real donuts, I think. All right, so anyways, this is also Character Street, so it's kind of like underground shopping area, near the train station. They have a lot of character goods. So it was so busy though. So I think this is probably the busiest place that we went to. Other than like Dotonbori in Osaka. We also a ton of tourists. This was a very busy place, so we didn't really do much real shopping. Also, this is at the end of our trip when we're super tired, feet tired, and we've kind of, I think, it definitely affected me a little bit too. I think my sister was like really done and kind of ready to go home. So we didn't get too much pictures, and I definitely know, day 1 I had, day 2 I had a lot more pictures. Day 10 I have a little bit less. But this is Character Street. It's underground shopping. It's kind of cool, but very busy. So here's I don't know what this thing is. Oh, this is a Sumiko Gurashi collab with something. My sister really likes that, but we didn't even walk in because we were just kind of tired and sick of everything. There was a Kirby. There's another Kirby cafe here, so not a dine-in cafe, but like a takeout counter, kind of like the alternate one in Sunshine City. I don't think we bought anything. I don't know why I took a picture of this one. Oh, now I know. So remember yesterday? Not yesterday, was it? Either yesterday or the day before that. I mentioned I bought the blind box that they said is sold out here, and remember they said there was 7 designs and then 1 special design. And then I looked here and we got this picture because the one I got is none of these. It's the special one. I didn't even realize it until I think like this day. So these all are very light. And there's a picture of it, but mine's is like dark. So the whole thing is like black. I think there's like a gold trim, and then there's a Kirby and a Waddle Dee in the front. So I guess I got the lucky one. So here's a Kirby shop. I'm not sure we bought anything. So here, there was a huge line outside for the Hololive store. That was kind of cool, but I guess if I had all the time in the world, I would have checked it out. But there were definitely a lot of dudes lined up there, for Hololive. But I'm not the biggest Hololive fan, and we were very tired, so didn't line up. I just got a shot out the outside. That was it. But definitely there's a line to get in. The other stores are very busy, but you could just walk in. A Rilakuma store, like the cafe we went to. This one, the Chikawa, I'm not familiar with it, but now I am after seeing it at the Tokyo Skytree. Kamen Rider store, definitely. There's a Pokemon store. So this is not a Pokemon center. It is just a Pokemon store. So it is very small. We didn't walk in. I think we just got a shot from the outside. My sister might have shot some of the My Pikachus, and she was trying to compare it to the one she bought. A couple other stores, Ultraman, cute penguins. I do like penguins. Checking my time. Okay. I have 3 minutes. Let's keep going. Well, let's get through Character Street, and then we'll probably stop, or we'll probably take a break, and we'll get back, and I'll try to finish day 11 and 12 as well. So more Rilakumas from the store. Very cute. Here's a free written cutout. We just started watching the series. I think it's a winter anime. I think there's I don't know how many episodes are out. It's either winter or fall. One of those. I guess no. Sorry, we're not even to winter anime. It's still fall. It's a fall anime, so we've been watching that one as well. So very very on top of things. This just came out. A Miffy store. I already forgot. I think Miffy is from the Netherlands or something. So it's not a Japanese thing. It's actually from somewhere in Europe. I think it's Netherlands. Here's Anya and Bond and Yoru. I think there was a Lloyd on the other side, a Twilight on the other side, but my sister didn't. I didn't take a picture of it. My sister didn't either. My sister's not a fan of Lloyd. She only likes Anya and Bond. Here's a Donguri Republic, I think is what it's called. It's a Ghibli store. Snoopy store, Domo at the NHK shop. Another Jump store. I don't think we walked into any of these. It was just so busy. Another Disney store, Crayon Shin-chan, Lego. I don't even know what this one is. But here, so this is the other thing we came for. So they have this one. Let me go ahead. It's called Tokyo Okashi Land. So okashis are like snacks. So they have a lot of kind of like street food snacks here. So I think my sister bought a large cookie. I don't know if I have a picture. She bought a large cookie. She didn't like it at all, but I actually liked it. I think she said it was not rich enough with egg. Like there's not enough egg in it or something. And that's probably the reason I liked it because, I'm allergic to eggs. So, anytime cookies don't have eggs, I love them. Oh, watching our times. Let me snooze. Okay, I snoozed. We're safe. Barely. But I came for the Jagariko. So, I cannot deny that I absolutely knew nothing about Jagariko. But, after Maririn did the Jagariko stream collab with Kotoka, definitely in my mind. And, I was like, oh, it's something my Kami Oshi tried. I have to try it. So, definitely at convenience, we tried Jagariko, and it did not disappoint. I think half the fun, maybe a little bit less than half the fun, is because it comes in a little bucket. It's very satisfying eating it. And because the bucket keeps them so intact and, crispy. But they're pretty good for a chip kind of snack. But here they have a Potoriko. So it's kind of like that. It also comes in a little bucket. But it's like fresh fried potatoes. So it's very different. So it was a long line. It was so crowded here. I lined up on myself though. So normally, I rely on my sister for everything because her Japanese is way better. But I went to the checkout and I could have sworn that I paid for the big one and not the small one. I might have made a mistake though, because we're definitely low on sleep. I definitely can't read Japanese. I'm definitely human, unfortunately. But I could have sworn that I ordered the big one. But then when so I got a ticket. I went to line up, and then the lady who was at the counter passing out the food, she didn't seem like she knew what she was doing. The person in front of me spilled something, so after that guy left, she basically kind of stuck her hand outside the window and was cleaning the counter for like probably a minute. So maybe, I don't know what happened, but I gave her my ticket, and then she said, "Oh, okay, here's yours," and then she gave it to me, and then I was like, "This is the small one." But I had absolutely no idea how to say, articulate what I was going to say in Japanese. And so I kind of just accepted. I didn't know what it is because I didn't have a receipt because I gave her the ticket. She threw it in the garbage right away. I don't actually know what I paid for, but this is what I got. So they're pretty similar in price. It's not like, like twice the price or anything. But I might have accidentally bought the small one. It was salad flavor, I think. It was all right, but I thought I was there for the big one, so I was a little disappointed, kind of sad. And honestly, I don't know if I actually bought this one because I couldn't really read anything because it's all Japanese. So definitely, I felt a little, I was a little unhappy, but it is what it is. My sister got the cookie. The cookie was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Here's the mascot for Okashi Land. Here's some more snacks. And then I think we left basically. So this is Tokyo Station. I think it's one of the busiest train stations. Here was like some dinosaurs I just took a picture of in the sky. And then we went back to Akihabara. So that was where we were staying, as well as where we were for the night. So I'll get to Akihabara after this, but I do need to run mid rolls right now. So gonna take a quick break. Probably gonna grab a nutritional shake as well because I think my blood sugar is getting low. But yes, I do hope to finish the rest of my Tokyo story tonight, including my Japan trip story. So including Odaiba and more Ikebukuro and some Asakusa foods and stuff like that. So thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna get back real quick. You guys also can check out the video I pinned in chat. That's my sister's video from Pikachu Sweets earlier on in her trip on her YouTube channel. So, hit her with some likes and subscribes. Thank you, everyone. And we'll get back to the story right after. All right, I'm back, everyone. Thank you for waiting. Let's continue with the story while I sip on my shake. So back to Akihabara. Steffi, are you here? I'm sorry. So, we were kind of rushed. So, by the time, I don't know if I have a picture of the sky anywhere. Basically, it was already dark by the time we got to Akihabara for sure. I don't know exactly what time it is though. It was late. So, I was trying to find something for Steffi, Mr. Steffi, if you've seen him around chat. Definitely my good friend. He is helping me a lot with the stream. But at the same time, I don't have a lot of money. I'm kind of asking my sister for it. But I didn't really find that much merch. We swung by the Square Enix cafe, not the cafe itself, but I don't even know. It didn't look anything like the one in the pictures. So I don't even know if this was the same one or the right one. But there was here. This was a very, very tiny selection of Final Fantasy XIV merch. So this one on the left was basically all one thing. It was basically, I don't even think it was a pin. It was just like a little, I don't know. Let me zoom in. I have no idea what it is. It's like a pin maybe, but you can have a job class pin. So, I think Steffi still plays Dancer. So it was definitely here. I was thinking of buying it, but I was hoping to find something more. But something like this, I think it only costs like 660 yen. But to ship it would have probably cost more than the badge itself. So I kind of felt like it was a bad deal. Also, I don't know if you're here, Steffi. I don't know if Steffi's a little older too. I didn't know if he would appreciate something like this. So, for all those reasons, I was like really hesitant to get something. And then over here is basically, I don't even know. I don't think there was a Y'shtola thing. I think it was like Twins and Estinian. But basically it's not as like super popular. I mean, it's still popular, but anime is way more popular. It's a lot easier to find anime merch than even like Japanese video game merch. So, I'm sorry, Steffi, I didn't get you anything. But, I really appreciate your support if you're here. And if you're not, I still appreciate you too. So this was, we were living in Akihabara since day 8, I believe. But we didn't really get, much time to shop until, it was just no time. It was the trip was way too packed overall. But we did take some time off. We decided to, I guess I kind of pushed it along. I was like, let's not spend any time at Character Street. Let's just go. We went to Radio Kaikan. So this is another one of the ones we really wanted to go to. It's definitely in the middle of Akihabara. But on the 3rd floor is the K-Books. So we went to the specialized K-Books in Ikebukuro on the 4th day. It was the K-Books Dogakan. So it's, just VTuber merch. But this is the one with kind of everything. This place also felt super busy. It actually felt not super busy, but it felt very cramped. So, the stairways, the escalator going up feels super busy. But it's not like the store was completely packed. I think the most packed thing was definitely the Donkey in Osaka. Is that even saying right? I feel like something's off. Osaka, yeah. Osaka. The Donkey there was so packed, like my god. Like you couldn't even walk. Character Street almost felt like that. This one felt busy, but definitely, not every section was as busy. There was so K-Books is where we were kind of go to. It's on the 3rd floor. They had some smaller shops on the 2nd floor. I think on the first day we didn't even check that. We just went straight for the K-Books. So we found the Niji Sanji section. They had a Niji Sanji EN section, but it was very, very small. I'm not even sure there was a single piece of Marinin merch. So it's literally just the only Marinin merch I bought was from the Animate from the Shibuya. So I'm kind of glad we bought it because it wasn't super common. And definitely a lot of the other Animates as well as the K-Book Slashing Bangs, Suragayas, none of them really had that much Marinin merch. They had plenty of VTuber merch, but Marinin is not. It's a little sad, but Mikami Oshi is not super, doing super popular. Not super. up there, but it's underappreciated, just like me, you know. All right, I'm being a little arrogant, but yes. But here's another good thing. So this was the only place of all the stores that I've been to. You know, I didn't go to all. If we had time, we definitely should have went to Ikebukuro and found the game specific K-books. But of all the other anime stores we went to, this was the only store that we really found Honkai Star Rail merch. So, you know, K-books is kind of, they sell secondhand goods. They, you know, buy and sell goods. But they had 2 shelves of Honkai Star Rail merch, which was huge compared to 0, literally 0 at all the other places, which was very surprising because, you know, Honkai Star Rail is pretty popular. It's doing really well financially, and we definitely saw so many ads for Honkai Star Rail, you know, on TV, in person, you know, billboards, in Japan. But we did not find any merch at all, except this place that would buy and sell old merch. Hey, Sphinxy. Yeah, I am surprised too. I don't know why. But here we saw some, and you know, like I said, we were tired, and I didn't even feel like looking for anything. So, you know, my mind was really set on, you know, VTuber merch, which was failed. You know, we didn't find any Marini merch. And then Project Sekai merch. So Project Sekai had a ton. And so this was definitely one of the best places for Project Sekai merch. I was really happy. That's why I kind of wanted to go to the Ikebukuro one. I didn't even think about it. I think from my research, you know, people were saying that, you know, when I was researching, you know, Niji Sanji EN merch, people were like, oh, go to Kotobukiya, go to K-Books, you know, go to Animate too. And when I was researching Project Sekai merch, people would literally just say, go anywhere, because Project Sekai merch is everywhere, and it is everywhere. So I guess I put more effort into planning, into finding VTuber merch than Project Sekai merch, because everyone just says, you know, Project Sekai merch is everywhere, and it is. But I think K-Books is probably where I bought the most Project Sekai merch. As well as them having, you know, unless you're buying brand new stuff, and you kind of enjoy playing gacha, you know, then I think K-Books is absolutely the best place to buy Project Sekai merch that we found. You know, we didn't go everywhere, but we did go to a lot. You know, definitely all the animates have ton of, you know, brand new Project Sekai merch, but almost all the merch, I would say probably. Okay, my percentages aren't going to add up, but I would probably say 70% of the merch is gacha of something. You know, it's in real life gacha. Like either it's a, you know, a plushie that's a gacha, the mystery box, or it's a keychain that's a mystery box, or it's a kind of like a shiny card or a photo card, or, you know, and they're all gacha though. And not only are they gacha, but they're also of in-game gacha art. So it's not original art. It's literally just the in-game gacha image on a piece of merch. And you have to play gacha for it in real life as well. So, you know, I'm not a big fan of gacha because I have bad luck. Imagine I passed by an JP VTuber, and yeah, that would be something. I probably did, you know. Whenever I watched you know, Niji Sanji, you know, I'm a pretty big Niji Sanji fan, Niji Sanji EN fan. But, you know, whenever they talk about their trips to Japan, they always talk about going to merch shops and watching people buy their own merch. It's like real life what's the thing they call the ego searching or something, you know, when you Google your own name. It's like that, but you know, they go to shops and watch people buy their own merch. But I know that, you know, my Kamioshi, you know, Mari and Marionette already left Japan like a few weeks before I went, so you know, it wasn't meant to be. But maybe I passed by some other livers. I think Pomu was in Japan the same time I was, but only like the first few days, so you know, the chances are very low. Marin! Yes, Marin is my Kamioshi. Yeah, but you know, so I did not find any Marin merch here at all. Project Sekai merch though. So we actually came back here like 3 times. 3 times, okay? So the first day I only bought, let's see. So here, no. So another thing here, nice here is that the K-Books is very, very well organized, including VTuber. So the Lashinbang that we went to, the 2 Lashinbangs we went to, I almost feel like their VTubers are disorganized. They're arranged by hair colors. But at K-Books, for the EN VTubers, they arrange them by waves, which is, the proper way to do it. So that's why when I went to Lashinbang, couldn't find anything at all. And they probably didn't have any either because Marini is not super popular and she is EN, not JP. But the organization at K-Books is so good. So they literally arranged by character. That's another thing. If you go to the animate, so for the new merch, like I said, 70% is gacha, like 10% is like clear files, and then 10% is like basic stationery that only has like a sleeve that's of the character, and then they have acrylic stands. So acrylic stands you can choose, but all the places I went to, well, actually no, I lied. All the places except one place that I went to didn't have any Minori merch at all. Not merch, Minori acrylic stands. So if they showed up at any of the animates, I definitely would have bought one. And it did show up in one of them, though I wasn't sure it was an animate. But I did get a Hanasato Minori, acrylic stand. I think I have a picture of it. It was definitely on my Twitter of all my Project Sekai merch. But a lot of times, Minori is not the most popular of characters as well. I mean, she's kind of in the middle. I wouldn't say she's super unpopular, but she's definitely not like a Mafuyu, Mizuki, Rui. Those have a lot more merch, and only Shiho is more unpopular. But here's a shot of some of the Minori stuff there. I did not buy. What did I buy? At this one specifically, I think I might have bought a sticker because it was really cheap. Because I do like stickers. I'm not a big collector of can badges, or I guess I've never collected can badges. So I kind of like more keychains, stickers, as well as plushies. Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, check out my Twitter. I ended up having 5 Project Sekai plushies. I think like 2 keychains and a couple stickers and stuff like that. I think like 3 keychains maybe. But here's Shiho, also a very small section. And then here is, who's this one? Shizuku, and then here Kohane and An. So I didn't actually, these shots don't actually do justice. So on the bottom, so on the top they have things hanging like can badges, keychain stickers, photo cards. But on the bottom they have plushies. I do have them with me right now. Well, they're somewhere across the room over there, but they're not next to my desk. The acrylic stand is next to my desk right now. But I have I did take a picture on my Twitter already. So scroll back in my Twitter a few days, and you will see all my Project Sekai merch, including all the plushies and everything. But here, it's this large wall shot. So they have the plushies on the bottom. If they had a Minori one there, I would have bought it. But at this time, I did not find a Minori one. They had a... So, if you guys remember earlier, my sister won the Mizuki one from a crane game. So the Mizuki one's a smaller one. I guess in inches, it's like maybe 2 or 3 inch, 2 inches, I would say maybe. It's pretty small. Maybe like 2.5 inches. And then the other one we saw is the one with the longer limbs. And the one with the longer limbs, we tried to win the Kohane one. They definitely had some of those as well, and those are a little bit bigger. So they definitely had a lot of plushies, but they definitely did not have a full selection because these are all bought and sold from people. So people got extras, they sell them, or people don't want them, they will sell them. Definitely some characters had a ton. Like there were a ton of who did they have a ton of? They had a ton of Ans. They had a ton of Ennas. They had a ton of Ennas. So many Ennas. Because I'm assuming the most recent crane game plushie one is Enna. It's Night Court. So that's why there's so many Ennas. Enna's probably Enna's not super popular. It's always Mafuyu and Mizuki is much more popular. So there was a lot of Ennas, a couple Mafuyus and Mizukis. But for the other characters which aren't really in or you mean the other groups which aren't really, I think, guess the newest products, they weren't as common. But they definitely had a few here and there. They did not have Minori. If they had Minori, I would have bought it immediately. But they didn't. So I was kind of thinking about the An. You know, my sister was trying to convince me to buy the Kohane because, you know, we did try to play one at a crane machine, but we spent a good amount of money and we lost. So she's kind of like, oh, we should have just bought it here. So, you know, at the end, I did get it. But not this day. So, let me see. Not this day. So this day, you know, I was still in the mindset of holding out. I was like, I have to find a Minori. I can't have an Ane Kohane plush if I don't have a Minori. That would feel weird. So I didn't actually buy it. I just think I bought a Shiho sticker because I didn't have any Shiho merch. I bought a Minori sticker. I did buy a Kohane keychain, I think. It's the one with the it's the one that looks just like the stamp where she goes konnichiwa. So that was really cute too. See, that's another thing. I have an issue with the stuff they sell at Animate and a lot of the products. A lot of the products, they're, you know, not only are they not original art, they just use the in-game stuff, but they never seem to use the in-game chibis. At least not in the new stuff. So, you know, the keychain I found, it was of the Kohane, you know, the chibi and the stamp. And you know, I really love Project Sakai stamp art, as well as the chibis in the overworld. I feel like the design and the art is really great. But they don't really have much merch of that. It's always the, you know, just straight shots from the gacha cards. But, you know, because I found that keychain, got it immediately. And then, okay, so I think we went to the stores in order of, what's that called? You know, because some of them close at 8 and some of them close at 9. So we went to all the ones that closing at 8 first. And I think K-Books was. K-Books, for being so busy, they have very limited hours. But I guess they have to buy and sell, so maybe they do more buying during the off hours. But K-Books, they open only from like 12 to 8, or I think this one might be 11 to 8. I know the K-Books Dogokan was like 12 to 8. So very limited hours, so definitely close early. We did not go to the 4th floor. That's important for later, okay? So we also didn't really walk the 2nd floor either. I think on the 1st floor, the gift shop, my sister found some Yudu Camp merch, so she definitely bought some stuff there. She was happy with that. Also, another weird thing. So K-Books, it's really well organized. You know, they label, you know, not only the sections are labeled by the different, you know, IPs and stuff, but they also have signs on the floor which tells you, you know, this row is this anime, this anime, this anime. But this day, the next time we went back, and the next time we went back, we really struggled to find Bungo Stray Dogs in this store. We really struggled, and I absolutely cannot imagine that they would not have a Bungo Stray Dogs section, but we were absolutely not able to find it. I feel like we walked the entire store. Yes, and it was not just boys anime. They definitely had some, you know, very, you know, shoujo related stuff as well. So, you know, it's very surprising that we could not find Bungo Stray Dogs at all here. I don't know why. That, or maybe, I don't know. It was just weird. But anyways, after that we did more anime shopping. We did go to the Kotobukiya. So we went to the Kotobukiya in, what's that called? In Osaka. You know, it was really cool that they had an entire floor dedicated to Niji Sanji. But I did not find a single Maririn thing there, which was very disappointing. And so we went to this Kotobukiya as well. And I have more super sad pictures. Here is also the entire some acrylic stands. All of Illuna, no Maririn. No Maririn again. So no Maririn again. It's like everyone, no Maririn. So this Kotobukiya was equally disappointing because I also did not find any Maririn things available at all. It was very sad. It might be sold out, and that's, you know, I'm hoping it was sold out. Aster plushie, yes. So this is the big omanju, not the small one. Okay, you know what? I don't know if I don't think I posted it yet. So, you know, this was actually from earlier on the trip. I already talked about this. But we ended up buying the tiny one, the small keychain size one of the plushies. So I have all of Illuna, but we bought 7, so we have 2 Asters. But so for the big ones, I think over the entire trip we saw an Aya, we saw a Scarlet, and we saw an Aster, but we definitely did not see. We might have seen a Ren too, the big one. But this is at the Animate, so, you know, Kotobukiya, it was another bust. We found no Marini merch. And then we went to the Animate here. It was not as nice as the other ones, which had more space. It was very cramped. But they did have some nice finds. I don't know if this is where I bought my Maririn acrylic stand. I don't remember where I bought it from. Not Maririn. Where I bought my Minori one. It was one of these, but it was a very rare find. But yes, Aster plushie. They probably had, the usual ones, like they had the blind box. They probably had the Maririn, the glass tumbler. I kind of regret not buying that, but I don't use glass cups too often. Here's my course recoil section at the animate, so it was kind of special. To be at animate was nice. And then here, let me check our times. We're good on times, I think. This is the second to last day, so we should finish. Here's some, more Project Sakai stuff. So this is, first-hand animate, so it's all, brand new goods, but you see, like, this is gacha, this is gacha, this is gacha, this is gacha. These are all gacha. Then they have acrylic stands, but not Minori. Then they have clear files. And then they have some, like, stationery, but it's kind of like I didn't really want stationery. I guess I'm not really into it. Here. This gachapon is interesting. So, after a while, I definitely got tired of seeing, what's that called? Definitely not all VTubers are equally represented. You would definitely see a lot of Hololive English girls, and you would definitely see a lot of Luxium from Niji Sanji En. But, basically anyone else, you would not see them for anything big, like a gachapon. The gachapon, you would only, in crane games, you would only see either Hololive English girls or Luxium from Niji Sanji En. But here we found some, Niji Sanji JP VTubers, so that's quite rare, I definitely didn't play it. And then here is another Hololive with a Suisei in front, so it's cute. But I'm not gonna play gacha for this because I would only want Suisei. So I definitely did not buy a single Suisei merch. I'm not really, Suisei is not really my oshi. I just she sings really well, so I listen to her more than I don't really watch any of her streams at all because my Japanese is Nihongo heta no jozu janai yo. So, but okay, so this is no longer the Kotobukiya. It's not the animate. We went to the Lashinban. So the Lashinban, the reason I took a picture of this here is because they had a glass case of Suisei merch, and this apparently are like the super rare finds. Wait, maybe I got a picture of the Minori one. I don't know. Maybe this day I forgot to. But there was definitely a small case here. So the K-Books, they didn't have as many glass cases. They had a couple for like super rare merch. But there was like a Minori card. Oh no, it was probably the Lashinban. Yeah, okay, I'm confusing it. So they had a case of Suisei merch in the back. But it's really expensive finds. And one of the plushies, I don't know where the picture of it is. I think it's at the start. Hold on. I don't know if I can play. I cannot play this right here. I can't play videos in this thing. But this little Suisei plushie, it's a chibi one here. It was like 60,000 yen. So that's like 600 USD. So apparently it's a super rare find or something. So Lashinban had a lot of these glass cases with like super rare things. K-Books had a couple, but they had a lot more general merch for, plebs like me, which is, So it was nice to look at, but we didn't buy anything. Also here, this is the one. This Minori, I don't know what it is. Some kind of Minori card. It's like but it's 3,300 yen. So that's like 33 bucks for this card. I don't know what's special about it. But it's worth more than, the other merch you would find. So this was the Lashinban. It was kind of, it was nice to see something different. I know my sister bought something. She said it was like super grimy there, but nice rare finds, which is good. Here's some more Vocaloid merch. And then I think those were the main ones we hit that night. We did go to the Yodobashi camera. My sister was kind of against it, but I made her go to it. And then inside, we saw some character merch. I don't think we bought anything. I think maybe it's something from the vending machine. Oh no, there was the I think it's this one. There was a Final Fantasy gacha that I played. And I got a Terra keychain. I was hoping for Chocobo, but at least someone I know. I never played. I've only played Final Fantasy 6 through 10, and then 13 through 15. So anyone else outside of that I wouldn't have known. Here's the the Night Court stamp set again. And here, this is the closest thing I found to a Swablu plushie. It wasn't Swablu, but at least it was Altaria. This was also at the Yodobashi camera, I'm assuming. So it was nice for that reason. But yes, if it was a Swablu plush, I would have bought it. But it's Altaria. I only like Swablus. Okay, so our time, we have half an hour left. I'm gonna try to finish the story. I'm gonna try. Can I play this here? No, I can't. So this is a spoiler, but we'll get to it later. So this is our second to last day, or basically our last full day. We started off at Asakusa again, but we're taking a water bus or taxi. I don't know exactly what it's called, but my sister really wanted to do this. This was one of the highlights of her trip. It's some kind of, I don't know what it's called, water taxi cruise or something. But we took this all the way to Odaiba, so I think it was like a little over an hour. So here's the boat coming. It looks like that, and inside there's like glass panels and stuff. And so yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about it. But we'll say that definitely the weather was great that day. You can see the sky tree all the way here. The other day the clouds you couldn't even see halfway up the tower because it was so cloudy. Definitely very nice weather. I would consider this touching grass even though it's water. Definitely a lot of nice views. And here they opened up the top deck, so we went up top. This was pretty nice. I would say inside the boat is nothing to write home about, but outside was it's a nice speedy water view. Nice sea breeze in your face. Tokyo skyline. A lot of grass touching. There's the Rainbow Bridge, so that's the one that connects Odaiba to Tokyo, I think. And then this water shot looks dirty, but these water shots look a lot nicer. So definitely it was nice. With the wind running in your hair and the sea breeze, it was really good. But my sister enjoyed this because my sister enjoys touching grass. She's not a shut-in like me who just hikikomori who just plays video games and likes to be a VTuber. But that's my life. That's her life. So under the bridge, and here we're nearing the docks. So that's the Fuji TV building or something. I think that's what it's called. There's a giant sphere there. We definitely get closer later. Boat. I'm on a boat is what I was feeling. Hota Luna, that's the name of the boat that we rode. I think there's 3 of them. We didn't pick a specific one, just a time. Okay, so we suddenly transported to New York. There's a Statue of Liberty there. I don't know. There's a Statue of Liberty. It's I don't think it's as big as the real one, but it was there. So what can I say? That's all I can say about it. I think it's cool though. Definitely, when we went to New York that time, we did not get this close to it. I think you could pay to go up or something, but I don't think we did. I mean, but yes, here's some nice views. So Odaiba feels very different from Tokyo, even though it's pretty close. Definitely very it feels very like a seaside, kind of like an American seaside port. I don't know, maybe like a Japanese seaside port, but the malls definitely felt very kind of like the old America in like the 90s kind of. So a lot of malls. But what we came for, one of the things was Team Labs. So if you guys know, Team Labs is a kind of like a art organization. So this is kind of like an art exhibit. It's kind of like a interactive modern art exhibit. So here you see some weird fancy chairs that this is like all one piece. Like it's all the levels go up and down. It's not too important. But we had reservations. I think we were a little bit early, so we stopped by a snack at the place outside. Here's some kind of green tea drink, some kind of matcha, and then this is some kind of vegan ice cream. I think it was kinako and coffee flavored. That's what I would imagine, but I can't actually remember. It was pretty good though. For vegan ice cream, it was actually really, really good. Because if you guys know vegan ice cream, it's not as good as the real stuff. I mean, some vegan substitute things are pretty good, but some things are pretty far off, like cheese and ice cream. It's not quite there, or at least some ice cream. But this one was really good, so we enjoyed that. So after that, then I think we were all very tired. So then we went in for the exhibit. So they have this loading area where they give you the rules. The rules is you got to put everything in the locker, and you have to take off your shoes. Okay, so hold on. You have to take off your shoes. Okay, so it's kind of like a feel. You feel things with your feet kind of exhibits. But it was so I was a little hesitant. I was like, this is a lot of trouble, but I actually enjoyed everything a lot. So they had the water area was the main thing. So it's here the hallway's all dark, so you can only see your path, and we're already barefoot. So it was a little unnerving. And I think we get to the top. Then they had this waterfall, so you can only see it because that's the only place they have light. But basically, after that part, this incline here, the floor was wet, so you would kind of have to walk and feel the water with your feet, kind of be connected with everyone else, kind of deal. But I think just taking off your shoes, from wearing stuffy shoes all day and walking so many hours, being to be able to walk slowly. Barefoot is so nice compared to the other days, and I don't know if I enjoyed it so much simply because we weren't wearing shoes, but I really enjoyed everything overall. Here's places they had, definitely had some places for you to clean up or dry off your feet. I don't know if you can read this plaque. I don't know if you guys are interested. If anyone's super interested, please let me know. I can read it out loud. But this one's called Waterfall of Light Particles at the top of an incline. Otherwise, we're going to continue. So after the water, it was pretty short. There was definitely more water later, but this part, it was just the waterfall in the middle of the darkness. It was kind of cool. The next room was kind of fun. It was like a kid's bouncy room, but it was like these. It was really soft and squishy, like walking in a mochi pillow or something. I didn't get too much because I was bouncing all around, but it was titled "Soft Black Hole. Your body becomes a space that influences another body." So that was kind of fun. And the next one, this one's the one that you probably, if you ever looked it up, you've probably seen tons of pictures of it. So there they have these lights and like these fake crystal thingies that hang from the ceiling, and it's like all around you. So this picture doesn't do it justice, but the later ones will. But it was really cool, very magical. I can imagine it could be very romantic if you had someone with you or something, but it was just me and my sister, so it's a different kind of feeling. But definitely a lot of pretty lights. And here, the first few shots were all purple. I took too many, but it definitely changes color, and it definitely gets super bright and super rainbow. And the floors are all mirrors, the walls are all mirrors, so it kind of feels like it stretches on forever. They also have some side rooms with a couple more specific exhibits. Oh yeah, and it's not just one color. They change constantly, so they change between colors. They also change to dark with these tiny sparkles, so it's like you're walking in stars. It's really nice. I really enjoyed this part. But definitely very, very busy, and a lot of people taking pictures. Some gaijins extremely obnoxious though. Like there definitely a couple gaijins that really got on my nerves. You can definitely tell they're gaijins because they don't act like Japanese people. But let's see. I think one of them was This is what it's called, the Infinite Crystal Universe. But it was very nice. Definitely very Insta worthy if you're into definitely people snapping pictures nonstop. Okay, so here was another water section. Except the water was milky. I was like, oh, what is this? So it was kind of unexpected. I thought it was gross at first until we got in, and then now I understand why. So they need the water to be not transparent, so you don't see your feet. So they basically project the koi fish onto the water, so it feels like you're swimming. You're wading through the fishes and the flowers and stuff. So this room was pretty cool. I do think my favorite was this one, definitely the Infinite Crystal Universe. So a lot of flowers, a lot of fishies, and it was titled, it's blurry, I can't even read it, Drawing on the Water Surface Created by the Dance of Koi and People, Infinity. And then there was an ephemeral solidified light. I don't know if it's this one.
expanding three-dimensional existence in transforming space, flattening 3 colors and 9 blurred colors. I have no idea. Anyways, it was this room full of giant balls. So you could push balls and these giant like balloons kind of. Not helium, just like large balls full of air. Definitely changes colors. A lot of nice shots. I do think the Crystal Universe one was the nicest. This was kind of fun too. And then afterwards was this one. So this one is if you if you needed a break, it's nice. So I didn't get a picture of the sign, the instructions, but basically it's kind of like a planetarium, except they would project like flowers and like universe and stars and thing, and it would constantly move and swirl at a pretty fast pace. So the intent was that for you to kind of lie down on the ground and kind of gaze and watch and enjoy it. So we did that for a while. Definitely kind of fun, and also it's nice to lie down too. So in a sense, it's a very different from the other ones where always very busy. It was busy here, but you would always be wearing shoes and be trying to fighting to get somewhere. But here you would just have shoes off, relaxing, and just lie back and enjoy the scene. So it was kind of nice. I don't know if that's the intent. I'm not exactly an artist of this sort, but I did appreciate it. It was very fun. So this one's called Floating in the Falling Universe of Flowers. And then that was it for the water section. For the garden section, they had a sign. Apparently it was closed. I don't actually remember. I definitely looked at some of this stuff online before, but I don't remember what it was. But it's some kind of like crystal rock garden. But it was closed. It opened just yesterday, but we've been back for over a week, so we missed that. But the last thing we had was the floating flower garden. So a lot of mirrors, and then they have these kind of artificial flowers. I think they're artificial, but it would kind of raise all of them. So like all the flowers would kind of go up to the ceiling, and then they would move a crowd in, and then they would lower the flowers on top of you and let you sit for a limited amount of time. So the other ones were kind of self-guided. This one they put you in groups, and after sitting, then they would kind of push you out. So this one was less relaxing because it was kind of timed in that sense. Also, I guess it felt a little bit more naturey. They might have been real flowers, but I don't know. It was just too much going on. There's mirrors everywhere. You're barefoot. It was an experience though. But my favorite was definitely the crystal light one. This one. You see this picture shot like that. It was really good. It's also very similar to the Arashiyama where they had the the hanging wisteria lights. I did like that one a lot as well. Okay, so that was Team Lab Planets in Odaiba. So definitely worth it if you're into something like this. It was really fun. So the place we got the ice cream at, they also have a dine-in area. It was basically the same price, but this place is called Vegan Ramen Uzu, I think. Yeah, Vegan Ramen Uzu. So it's vegan ramen, and I'm vegetarian, so it works out. But just like most places in Japan, if it's a vegan place, it's usually not too busy because people aren't into that. But this one, so the dining area, before us there was a group, but they just left, so we basically had the entire room to ourselves. Let me scroll down first. So it's basically this reflective room. So this is the table, these are the chairs, but it was like they had these swirling things all around, so it was a very fun environment to eat in. The staff, it was just one guy working everything there. Outside of the kitchen. He was a little bit unfriendly. I'm more than a little bit, but I'll just leave it at that. So, I do feel like, I feel like you didn't have, it's not like American waiters where, they'll come in and check on you to solicit for tips, multiple times throughout your meal. They basically just took our order. They brought the food. That was it. Literally like one time. That's it. So, they were very unfriendly, but not much interaction. So you could still kind of enjoy it. So I got some kind of tea. It came with a set dinner, with the lunch. I think my sister got an orange juice, and then we both got the vegan ramen because it's only one option. And then so it's kind of in the dark, and then they had a little flashlight to shine on your food in case you wanted to see what you're eating. I think this ramen was good, but the ingredients were also too hip. Like I didn't appreciate the combination of ingredients. But it was pretty good. And I guess if you enjoy the dining experience, it was kind of cool. If the guy was a little bit less, angry, maybe it would have been nice. I mean, like I said, the guy at the other place, at the vegan okonomiyaki, he was super angry. This guy was more like a young guy who's just, didn't care about his job. Like, he's apathetic, like beyond apathetic. Like, he's just, that's what it felt like. But didn't have too much interaction, so it was all right. Here's a shot at the outside where we got it. You could definitely eat ramen out here if you wanted to, but we wanted to dine in the room, and it's the same price, so it was like, might as well. After that, we also took the monorail to here, so we definitely took the monorail to Diver City. I think my sister was, my sister likes different things than I do. I like, tourist traps, and very famous, modern man-made things. But she didn't, so she wasn't too keen on, this thing or the Diver City. So we tried to, I think we minimized the time here. But let me snooze. Oh, we're good on ads, so we're nearing the end of the story. This is the end of the Japan trip. So we're very tired. This is the Fuji TV building. You can go up on top if you pay money, but we didn't want to, so we did take the escalator. It's a very long escalator, and it brings us all the way to the top. There's the mascot, and we saw the giant sphere. I guess it's for broadcasting, old timey TV. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And then they had some gift shops. They had another Luffy, so selling to tourists. There's another shot, and here's the grand staircase. So you can actually take escalators for most of the grand staircase, but there are no escalators down. So we should have took this up and then the other one down, but there's no way down. I was like, no, we're not walking. So we took the side escalator down again, and then we headed off to Diver City. But I just took this picture. I saw it first, but I didn't take a picture, and then I thought about taking here, but the wall was already blocking. But this is a very, very large parking lot. I don't think I've ever seen a parking lot this big in my life. If you count this, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can already see nine-story parking lot here. Okay, and it definitely went down for even more. But I want to take a picture. I'm not well traveled. This is the first time I've left the U.S. But I've been to New York, and I guess New York, is very busy. So, but I've never seen a parking lot that big before in my life. But it was interesting. So yeah, it was like many floors. I don't know how big it was exactly. So on the side they had an auto show going on. This is not a parking lot. It was definitely an auto show. People, showing out the tricked out rides and stuff. Here was a sculpture they called the Flame of Something, but it's supposed to be like a fire flame, I think. And then we got to Diver City. We went through the side entrance because that's where we entered. But soon after, we tried to go out the main entrance, which is one of the reasons we came. So they have a unicorn Gundam. I think it's supposed to be life size, but it's pretty big in the front. So we got some shots. But I heard that it lights up at certain hours. I think we got there after 3, so we missed one of the lighting. So we kind of stayed for the 5 o'clock lighting. So this is Diver City. It's kind of a big mall. So inside it felt very very mall-like. A lot of the other places in Japan it has a very different feel. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels almost like a shopping mall, like an old shopping mall from like the 90s or 80s, which is kind of missing these days. I think inside we might have got a snack, maybe not. I think we went to like a Daiso, got some snacks. We also went to the round 1. Here's another Project Sekai machine that I did not play. Then we also went to the Gundam store. I've never really watched Gundam or built Gundams. I don't know how I missed it. Sometimes I feel like, people do this thing around a certain age, do this thing, but I just kind of missed it. My only other explanation is some of these things happen on cable TV. And that, I did not have... I was kind of, I'm still poor, but I grew up poor, so we didn't really ever have cable TV. So I feel like some of these things might have been like on cable only, but basically I only watch broadcast stuff. So Pokemon was on broadcast, so we definitely watched Pokemon, and then stuff like that. So here's the Gundam base. It was cool. If you're a Gundam fan, it's probably really nice, but it didn't really mean too much to me. And then we got to the So we went outside to the Gundam statue now for the lighting, and the stairs lit up. This kind of reminded me of what's that called? Hey Stormheart, welcome back. I feel like it's from some scene in some anime. I don't remember. Like I thought there was one scene where there's this girl like singing on the stair tops doing something. I don't know exactly which one, but I'm imagining it was probably here. But when the lights turned on, it was much. I noticed it. When earlier in the day when there were no lights, I definitely did not notice it. So we came for the Gundam statue lighting. I don't think I can play the video with the setup, but there was a huge crowd, so everyone was definitely here on time for this. So I mean, it didn't like wave its arms or anything, but I think the horn kind of split in two. I think the mask came off, and then like something happened, and I think like everything lit up. So it was kind of fun, like low key fun. Not like super impressive, but it was like, oh, definitely it transformed from that to like this. But it didn't like wave arms or feet or anything. Like some of the pistons might have pumped up a little bit. But then after that, there were a couple other things in Odaiba, like but mostly mall things. There's Aqua City. There's like some other theme park that you had to pay for, as well as some shopping decks. But I could feel that we were getting tired, so I decided let's just go back home to Akihabara. So we kind of cut the day short. Here's some nighttime shots of the sunset shots actually of the flame, as well as the Rainbow Bridge. So we were gonna eat somewhere here at a non-vegan place that kind of had seats to look over the bridge, but we're like, no, we'll just go back home. So here's some shots of the Rainbow Bridge. That's all I gotta say. We're very tired. This is day 11. It's near the end of the trip. Here's Aqua City, which we did not set foot in at all. And then we made it back to home, back to Akihabara, I think. So I think because, just the day before we went to, what's that place called? K-Books. And we figured that, it's a secondhand store, and, they buy and sell daily. They might have some new stuff there. And also because it was the last full day that we would stay there, and I was still debating the Ane and Kohane plushies, the Kohane one, which we tried so many times at the Crane Games and lost. And so we went back to Radio Kaikon, and I don't have a picture of all of them here. I did have it on my Twitter, all my Project Sakai merch. I did post it to my Twitter a few days ago, so you can check it out there. But we did end up buying the Kohane one that we couldn't win, and then I felt like I needed to get the An one to keep Kohane company, because I feel like An and Kohane are really partners. They're really a pair, and I feel like they're inseparable, kind of more so than anyone else. But then at the same time, I also wanted the smaller one for An, because I like the smaller one so much more. It's so cute. And so I bought this one. But at the same time, I kind of regret it, because An's not my favorite. Now I have two An plushies. But it was the last day. I couldn't find anything, so I was like, oh, let's get it. And then so after that, here's another thing. So the day before they didn't have this, but definitely that day they added something new. It was a Minori clear file. So. After this, we were hungry. We were also kind of tired of going out of places to look. We were just tired overall. I think my sister was really tired. I was tired. Tired, both physically as well as, kind of, tired of, disappointments or, trying to look out for stuff. So we went to Denny's again. We actually went to Denny's a total of 3 times, but it wasn't, this was the second or the last night. And that was actually only the second time we went to Denny's. So we actually went to Denny's again the day after. Because we were like, oh, don't want to search for restaurants anymore. Don't want to try anything new. So, we got the vegan hamburger steak, the 0 meat hamburger steak, shaka shaka fries, parfait, some kind of sweet potato dessert. We actually got corn potage, so kind of like a corn soup. It was good. Then we started to walk some of the more obscure stores. So we went to the bigger ones like, we went to K-Books, we went to Lashinbang, Kotobukiya. We might have went to Surugaya too. I think we didn't go to Surugaya, so we went to Surugaya this day, as well as smaller ones. I think we went to Mulan the first day. Both Mulans. One was really crap. But here we went to more obscure shops. So here, This place, I don't think I bought anything, but I really liked. It was obvious that the person working there really likes Minori, like me. So all the signs for display there were Minori. So they had a Minori sign here. I did remember using Google Translate. I think it's something like new merch or something like that. And here's Minori eating something too. So cute. I think that's when I finally got the idea to buy wafers too. I was always holding out for something better. Didn't really find anything. Oh, here's more of the tiny plush again. Here's an empty Sekai Miku statue. So, definitely Project Sekai. And then after that, I didn't take pictures, but we went to Don Quixote. So this is the Akihabara one. And it felt very different from the Don Quixotes in other places. So other places, they kind of sell everything. This one, they sell a lot more specific, anime merch, good stuff. So we definitely bought something there. I think I bought a Attack on Titan keychain of Mikasa, younger Mikasa. Yeah, I think that's what I bought. So we did end up buying, Kohane plushie, 2 on plushies, and wafers. So, that's where I think I bought my first wafer. I bought a single pack. Somehow it didn't occur to me that I wanted it, but it was the last day I decided I wanted it. And then when I got back, and then I got a shiny card inside. It was a Haruka card, but the one with all 4 more jump girls kind of standing over the water. After that, the next day I was like, I want more. So that was it for day 11. Let me snooze ads real quick, and we're about done. I really want to wrap up the story tonight. Just finish everything. This is it. Looking back, perhaps I wasn't, my perspective is different from an average viewer's perspective. I thought people would really enjoy my stories. I really enjoy telling them. I also really enjoy listening to them. When people, I do watch travel things about Japan. Even before this trip, and whenever VTubers that I watch a lot of, when they talk about their trips from Japan, I love listening to the entire thing. I even listen to the stories of people, who I may not watch as often. When they talk about their trips to Japan, I just really, but I tried doing this. I showed a lot of pictures too. But it doesn't feel like anyone appreciates it. So it does feel like a little bit of waste. A little unfortunate. But I hope someone out there enjoyed it a little bit. It's hard to say right now because, analytics are looking real bad. But we made it. So this is day 12. This is kind of our last, no more sleeping. That was our last night. We checked out, left our luggage there. Had way too much stuff to carry. We went back to Asakusa. This was kind of our free day. We thought about going to Ikebukuro, but my sister was tired. So I was like, let's go to Asakusa, get some food. So a lot of street foods. We went to a matcha place that we didn't go to the first time. They kind of specialized matcha. So that's one of the things I wanted. Matcha soft serve. It was good, but it wasn't what I was expecting. So it was more, real matcha than it was creamy soft serve. But it was still good. So, matcha soft serve is something I really wanted to try. I thought we would have tried it in Kyoto, but I guess we were a little busy. Never happened. They had a little bear on top. Also, my sister tried some warabi mochi, also green tea. Really good too. And then I think my sister bought a green tea whisk as well as some high grade matcha here. She actually, and I think she bought some matcha at the airport too, which we'll get to pretty soon. So this was the place. I forgot what it's called. I think it's pretty famous though. Here's another shot of the sky tree. So it's clear now. Remember, I bought that umbrella that I never used. Never used it. We went back to the 10 yen cheese coin shop. I really loved it. Got another one. Ate it. Was so good. My favorite. Oh, we also went back to the vegan fruit sando place. This is where the lady corrected us, and it's mikan and not mikan. So this is mikan, the tangerine. This was also really good. So this is our second time eating this. It was really good. We did not go to Kura Sushi again though. We decided to go to Denny's again, even though we just went last night. So Denny's ended up being one of my sister's favorite places. For me, it was kind of like I enjoyed a lot of other stuff too, but my sister was like maybe tired of looking for places and being disappointed and having them run out of things or change their menus. So we just went last night. We went again today. I think this was actually a drugstore. I don't think this was a Don Quixote yet. I think it was outside. But it's a Swablu. So I did not find any Swablu merch at all. But this is a Swablu Nanoblocks in a blind bag, so I didn't play it. If it was just a Swablu, I probably would have got it. But Swablu exists. So it was cool. That's why I took a picture, but we didn't get it. We also went to the last minute to the Don Quixote and in Asakusa. So this is, it's not as anime feel as the one in Akihabara. A lot more normal stuff. They did not have my Project Sekai wafers, but so, we didn't actually go to Don Quixote's too much because we were so busy. My sister really wanted to go to Don Quixote's earlier on. She wanted to go to the mega one in Shibuya as well, which we didn't have time to really go to. But I think this is only the third Don Quixote we've actually stepped foot in. But we finally found that they sold soy milks here, the individual ones, and they had tons of flavors. So, we would have been looking so hard at, every convenience store, seeing if they have flavors, and they always just have the basics, plain, banana, and coffee. But this one, they had every single flavor. But it was our last day, so we didn't ever thought to look for, single serve, flavored soy milks at a Don Quixote. Otherwise, we should have went earlier in the trip. We could have tried every flavor, but I think I tried the melon flavor. It was good. My sister tried like the ice cream sandwich one. It was good too. Here's the Don Quixote mascot. So I still could not find my Project Sekai wafers, but I couldn't find anything. It was the last day. I was like, we're gonna get it. So we eventually went back to the Akihabara one. But before that, we also went to Denny's again, except in Asakusa. Basically the same deal. We're vegan, we don't have too many options, but at least there's an option, so it was nice. Zero meat hamburger steak. My sister got it on a salad. She was tired of these pathetic vegetables. It's like a couple slices of potato, some mountain greens, and some corn. She's like, no, need more vegetables. But I was like, no, but I hate steak on vegetables. But it was pretty good. It was nice to have option. Here are some last minute shots of Akihabara, which we're leaving. So, definitely feeling a little sad of, leaving Japan. But also at the same time, we're very tired. We kind of miss home as well. So all the way at the end, here's some more shots of Akihabara. And then, so we decided to go to Kotobukiya one more time. We don't find anything on the third floor, but we have a little time. I was like, how about we go to the Ami Ami on the fourth floor? So from my knowledge, my sister was like, every anime store is the same. Don't need to go to all of them. But I was like, Ami Ami is like known for figurines and like statues, I think. My sister doesn't really like those, and I don't have money for those or space. But we decided to go up, and when we get to the Project Sekai section, they have this whole wall of these larger Project Sekai plushies. So we never thought to go here until the last day for these Project Sekai plushies. Like, oh my god. And you see here, this is so, this is like Vocaloids, More Jump, Leonid, VBS. I guess they don't have any Night Cord. But More Jump. You see Airi, Shizuku, Haruka, Minori. There was exactly one left. So of course I bought it. I've been looking so long for a Minori plush. I bought it. It's definitely my favorite thing that I got the entire trip. Even more than the free clear file from the Karaoke Con collab. Just because it's a Minori. I love it so much. If you guys have seen my Twitter, I've definitely posted pictures of, pictures of Minori eating and opening things. That's so cute. But I did not think to go up to the Ami Ami. Now I kind of wish I bought a Shihou too. I don't think I saw a Kohane. But we bought the Minori one, so happy with that. Last minute find, literally last minute. After this, we literally went to grab luggage and head to the airport. Here's some, more Vocaloids. 1 second. Okay, so, there was a mystery outside of our hotel. There was a sign that said Taito Ichitome Toilet. And they translated it into English too. It didn't look super clean or modern or anything, but there was like wooden paneling on the outside, and inside it looked super old. So it kind of puzzled us the whole time until the last day we figured out that the street was called Taito Ichitome. So it's just a toilet on that street, or that's what we figured out. It was weird though. But that's it. Then we left. So, we took the Skyliner back to Narita Airport, and then here's the bullet. It's not a bullet train actually. It's only an electric train. So we, got to the airport. If you guys remember, when I first arrived on the first day, I posted the picture of the 2 gachapon machines. I was like, Project Sekai Gacha. I didn't roll on it though. Will I regret it? So, we had some leftover yen. We didn't want to exchange it back to USD. it would have been in a lot of trouble. So I did play the gacha, one for each machine. So for the more jump machine, we got Haruka, and then for the VBS machine, we got Street Miku. So it was cool. And then there were some tax-free shops. So this is airport shopping. So a lot of last-minute souvenirs is tax-free, and it also doesn't count towards your carry-on weight, which is a big deal. So if you have limited space, we planned out pretty well. But if you are not, then it could cost you extra money. So it was very touristy. I think my sister ended up buying up something, and I think she just tried it yesterday, and she's like, "This is crap." So I would say these tax-free shops at the airport, definitely a scam, unless it's something brand named it. Like if they try to make it seem like, oh, this is a fancy thing from somewhere, it's crap probably. Unless you buy something that's a well-known brand. If they try to peddle it off as a well-known brand, it probably is just fake. It was apparently, my sister said, it was real bad. But that was it. I think this is like my last shot. This is my last shot of Japan. So yeah, that's it. I mean, there's another story here I could tell, but I'm running out of time. I only have 6 minutes. Pre-rolls are on. I'm not sure anyone. If someone tells me you want to hear this story, then tell me now. Otherwise, I'm gonna skip it. But after that, that was the end of the Japan trip. So yeah, it was like over 12 days. It was closer to 13, I think. But thank you, sister, for paying for everything. It's my first time traveling abroad and to Japan. It was really, really amazing experience. Is it life-changing? I don't know if I would say it's life-changing. I was kind of impressed. I was really looking forward to Japan. If I'm being honest, if I was a successful VTuber with a ton of money, I would probably definitely consider moving to Japan, or at least living abroad for a while. As a tourist, I think my mom asked me to, like, oh, do you miss going to Japan? I was like, what do you mean? I have, it costs money. I think she's like, oh, what if you had a lot of money? Yes, I would definitely be back in Japan right now at this moment. So in that sense, it does seem like a little bit life-changing in that sense. And it's kind of like maybe I think some people, at least, for me, for sure as well, I do feel a little, after the, maybe the past, not a decade, half a decade, and, a lot of stuff has happened around the world. And, I feel like some places around the world, or, around the country or where you live, might have gone downhill. It almost feels like to me that Japan is like the last, safe, clean, nice metropolis to live in. Because I always said I'm kind of a city boy. I feel like places like Hong Kong and New York and San Francisco have kind of fallen and gone downhill. Ever since some things that happened perhaps 70 years ago. So it almost feels like Tokyo is kind of the last hope for a city life. So yeah, but right now I'm back. So I'm focused on my streaming career. I am doing this for a job. So I'm hoping to take this as far as I can. So, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for your support. We did the last picture. So this was on the plane. Oh, this is another story I think I don't even want to get into. But basically, the konbini was all sold out. This is home already. So this is some vegan nuggets. I think this is Morningstar. That one's Impossible. This is Best Foods vegan mayonnaise mixed with sriracha. My usual home stuff. Here's some jagariko I bought. Here's a picture my sister sent me. So this one was of the wing of the plane. But it's late. We reached the end. I don't think I want to go into the details unless anyone wants to hear, and please let me know. Otherwise, I'm ending here. So Black Thunder got some. We had a lot of souvenirs. Here's all my Project Sekai merch. So this is a free clear file from the Karaoke Con collab. Here's the 5 plushies I bought. I do feel like I got one on too much. I do like this I'm Keeping Kohane Company. The music key we got from Crane Game was nice. Here's the box of wafers, which we bought on the last day at the Donkey that I didn't film because we went back just for that. Here's the Minori acrylic stand I got. Here's a Minori keychain from a different anime. Here's a Kohane charm. 2 stickers. Shiho, my only Shiho merch. Here's all my VTuber merch that I got. It wasn't much because I was only searching for Maririn. So I got the new clip. That's from a pretty new set. This is a super old acrylic stand. I got a sticker because I found it, and then we ended up buying way too many of these. I got enabled by my sister. So here's all of the Luna. We got a full set, which is nice, and we got a extra Aster. And then here's the other merch I got. It's kind of a little assorted, except the Articuno. I forgot to snap the Articuno. So we got a couple gachapons that are technically mine. This one is Terra. This one is Tingyun, which is here. This was Inosuke. I have to assemble it later. I got a Mikasa keychain, a Mikasa sticker, a 2B sticker. This was a Tokyo Sky Tree. And oh, Articuno, I got it. I didn't forget. I thought I forgot, but I guess I didn't. So that was Articuno, a real one, not like the one we used to have back home. And then you got some, these are from Kura Sushi. You got Panda, double Ghettos, and then the Mahito. I don't even know where he is. Ah, we reached it. Wow. Oh my god. How many streams did this take? A lot, but I've been doing this for a while. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you appreciated my stories. I did enjoy telling them, but I also enjoyed when the people enjoyed as well. So that's it. No more. Tomorrow is back to full gaming schedule. I'm sorry for all the people I clickbaited to try to watch my things. I mean, I only did it 3 times. I did once for Project Sakai, once for Honkai Star Rail, and once today for Suika Game. But I guess it kind of didn't work out. All right, but that's it for tonight. So yeah, I'm back, and I'll be streaming basically full time, most days 12 a.m. Pacific time. So please look forward to that. And also please follow me on my Twitter. Now I'm trying to get into the hang of posting more often, as well as pictures and content. And also, if you guys haven't checked it out, please check out the YouTube channel, the YouTube short pinned on my chat. That's also from my trip, but it's on my sister's channel. So she also does some stuff involving her porg. So check that out and hit her with some likes. But thank you everyone for watching. That's it for tonight. We reached the end. I really wanted to finish tonight because it's complicated. It's not worth talking about. I just try to keep things professional. But it's something I wanted to do, but it's also something that it didn't seem to work, even though people told me to my face that it works. It's hard to say, but yes, I'm back to full-time streaming, normal gaming. On the horizon, maybe some Suika Game, I'm not sure, but definitely tomorrow is most likely Project Sakai. Definitely some Honkai Star Rail in the coming week. Try to get some more, Crystal Jade before Ho-Ho leaves. Maybe some PGR because they definitely have some events running up soon. And then when I have some more time, I think I'm going to try to start Final Fantasy VII Remake replay through. So I haven't played it since first came out. So I definitely like to replay it again before Rebirth is coming out pretty soon, and it's very hyped right now. So definitely a good time to try it out, I think. But yes, tomorrow we'll see. But most likely gonna stream tomorrow. If I don't, I will post to Twitter. So follow me on Twitter for updates. Yes, thank you everyone for watching. Yeah, I had a I had a lot of fun in Japan, and I had a lot of fun sharing the stories too. I hope someone out there enjoyed it as well. Someone I was able to share with. But thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow night then. Good night everyone. Bye bye.
this is the end. The end of all the stories from Japan. Is I spent 12 days there. I think stream-wise, I think this is maybe, I don't actually remember. I can check real quick. See if I can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of streams though. It was a lot. But I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Hope someone out there enjoyed it. But that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.